The Browns. Happy holidays, everybody. Gus Johnson along with Brent Jones. The Indianapolis Colts, they've won 10 straight games. They're looking for home field advantage throughout the playoffs. This game is important.
Well, if they end up tied with Jacksonville, one of the potential tiebreakers could be net points within the conference. Currently, Jacksonville has a 42-point lead over the Colts. We asked Jim Mora, hey, would you run up the score if you get a chance? He said, heck yeah. I'm not going to do anything to hurt my team. We talked to Peyton Manning about the same topic. He said sometimes in college, when he went into a game thinking you were going to run up the score, it didn't always go as planned.
Tim Couch out with an ankle injury. Ty Detmer gets his second start of the year. Browns-Colts next.
Relive the triumphs, the heroics, and the history as we proudly present CBS's greatest sports moments. Thursday night on December 30th.
For Cosby, the address is CBS.
Get to Galleons and put your championship hat on.
Growing up with a great family is a blessing for a child.
But thousands of kids across Indiana aren't that lucky.
That's why we're excited to be with Marsh, working together on the Payback Foundation.
A group dedicated to helping the future success of disadvantaged youth.
Providing leadership and growth opportunities.
To give all kids a fair chance.
Marsh proudly supports the Payback Foundation.
Together with Marsh,
we can all make a difference.
Isn't that right, kids?
Yeah!
I didn't mean you.
Get to Galleons and put your championship hat on.
Once in a while, a car comes along that's really worth pursuing. A car with features like an automatic transmission, alloy wheels, ABS, a security system, and more, all offered at a price that has proven to be very elusive. Of course, you have to see such a car. To not would be criminal. The Special Edition Accord from Honda. Now get APR financing as low as 3.9% APR for 36 months on new 4-cylinder Accord sedans.
From Wish TV, your 24-hour news station, here's the latest from News 8.
Good afternoon, I'm Andrea Cook. If you're taking down your Christmas decorations today or anytime soon, are you wondering what to do with your Christmas tree? Well, Conner Prairie will accept your tree. Mulch made from the trees will be used in their landscaping, or you can drop off your tree at one of several Indy Parks locations such as Garfield Park or Broad Ripple Park. We'll have a list of those drop-off sites at 6 o'clock. This is your 24-hour news station.
Happy holidays.
From all of us at Wish TV.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
While at Tennessee, a national championship eluded him, but Peyton Manning proved himself a winner and true leader. Now in just his second NFL season, Manning is atop his game and star of a young Colts franchise that has their eyes set on a bigger picture. From downtown Cleveland, Ohio, the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. The day after Christmas, Santa takes in a Browns game.
Good morning, Mr. Schwab.
Good morning.
Introducing Velocity from Schwab, the new incredibly powerful online trading software system. With the power to place multiple orders at one time, it's fast and smart. And, if you'll pardon the expression, cool.
Shanazar, please, has always talking trash.
You're paying, baby!
He's always trying to get inside your head.
Seahorn, you don't know your elbows from your...
And sometimes, he can get downright nasty.
I bet you pay transaction fees on your mutual funds. Your mama pays full commission. You know how to calculate a P/E ratio?
When we created a smarter kind of investment firm,
How diversified is your portfolio?
we created a smarter kind of investor.
You can't even spell Dow Jones. Okay, guys, let's get this right. To calculate a P/E ratio, you divide the stock price.
Choppy Lake Erie, the day after Christmas, Cleveland Browns Stadium, Colts and Browns set to go at it. And take a look at the weather. It's perfect for football. Wind chill -2, 28 degrees temperature. Colts have won the toss. They will receive the football. Jim Mora, 15-15. In his second year as the head coach of the Colts, they won 3 games a year ago. On the other sideline, Chris Palmer, the head coach of the Browns, they are struggling at 2-13. His starting franchise quarterback out with an ankle injury. So the ball already blowing off the tee. Phil Dawson, 2 touchbacks on the year. Keith Elias and Terrence Wilkins back deep, number 80 and 23 for the Colts. Final game of the year for Cleveland. They will be off next week, their bye week, and the ball blown off once again, so they'll have to get somebody to hold it. Antonio Langham, defensive back, will hold it for Phil Dawson. Final game of the millennium for this Cleveland Browns team, and we're underway. Wilkins from the 4 drops it, picks it up, and is chopped down at the 12-yard line. Earl Little with the special teams tackle, a return of 9. And here comes Peyton Manning, selected to the Pro Bowl. His numbers last week against Washington, 2 straight seasons he's thrown for at least 3,000 yards.
And just unbelievable to come in his second year, be voted as a starter to the Pro Bowl. We talked to Jim Mora, and he said for 14 weeks he has just been in awe of this young man's play.
First down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Single setback, Edger and James. Already Manning changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Edger and James cuts it back in, and he gets to the 15-yard line. Stopped by Wally Rayner, the middle linebacker. Offensively for the Indianapolis Colts, their line having an excellent season, yielding only 14 sacks. Glenn McKinney Moore, Waverly Jackson, and Adam Meadows. Backs and receivers, Edger and James, the rookie out of Miami, 9 100-yard games. Marvin Harrison, a 100-yard game last week. He's got 8 100-yard games, both headed to the Pro Bowl. Second down, 7 from the 16. Manning to throw into the flats, caught by his tight end, Dilger, and he gets up to the 25-yard line. Ryan McNeil with the tackle, 9-yard gain and a first down. Defensively for Cleveland, they've had problems against the run. John Theory, converted linebacker, playing on the end, along with Holland Collinet and Derek Alexander. Wally Rayner, rookie middle linebacker, having an excellent year. And in the secondary, Dalen McCutcheon, a rookie cornerback, also having a great season. First down, 10 yards to go from the 25-yard line. Here's James, stutter stepping through the hole, gets to the 26. Dalen McCutcheon, the rookie, with the tackle.
Something that we've seen early, we've seen Peyton Manning come up to the line of scrimmage and change the play all 3 times. That's not necessarily an audible, it's a check with me call. I mean, in the huddle, he comes up, he calls check with me at the line of scrimmage. He goes up, reads the defense, gives the appropriate run or pass play.
Second down and 9 from the 26. 2 tight end situation for this Indianapolis team. Normally, they don't use a fullback very often. Manning to throw, steps up underneath, and it's incomplete. Marcus Pollard, the intended receiver, and he just plain drops it. Some great battles between these 2 teams over the years. Cleveland leads the series 16-9. And the Browns also lead in Cleveland 7-5. The series began back in 1950. Jim Mora, what a year his team has had. What a great job he's done. Third down, 9 from the 26. They need to get to the 35 for a first down. 4 receiver package. Manning, quick strike, James out of the backfield, cuts it back, stutter step, but will not get the first down. Antonio Langham chops him down, and Indianapolis forced to punt.
And that's what you have to do versus Edgerrin James. You have to pursue, you have to gang tackle. You saw him make a move or two on Antonio Langham, faked him out. A bunch of other Browns came over, got in his way, and Langham ended up getting back in on the tackle. You got to stop that forward momentum.
Brings on Hunter Smith, the punt. Kevin Johnson back deep. Smith has averaged 46 yards per punt over his last 5 games, including 6 punts inside the 20. This one low and short. Takes a bounce right out of bounds at the 40. So Ty Detmer and the Cleveland Browns offense will get excellent field position.
Get your hands up! Get your hands up! Go, 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 go! Thank you, Detroit! We love you!
Detroit was last night.
Want to get away? Now you can. Fly Southwest Airlines coast to coast for $99 or less when you purchase tickets by February 2nd and travel Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday.
You are now free to move about the country.
So with Staples.com, you order the supplies you want, I approve them, and they're delivered the next day.
You mean I can order pens?
Yes.
Paper?
Yes.
How about an executive leather chair?
No.
Paper clips?
Yes.
Linda.
Linda, 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 Linda.
When you people are finished, I have a light bulb in my office that he's changing too. I love the way they pull together.
Want great prices on everything, even furniture? Staples.com.
You never know what surprises the holidays will bring. That's why Farmers Insurance is all about getting things back to normal. Isn't that what insurance is supposed to do? Farmers, get you back where you belong.
If there were no nuclear weapons in the Gulf, how did American soldiers get exposed to radiation during the Gulf War? The answer tonight on 60 Minutes.
Santa enjoying himself at the game.
Hope that's hot apple cider sitting there next to Santa.
I'm sure it is. Ty Detmer gets his second start of the season. He started the first game against Pittsburgh. Browns were beaten 43-0, and ironically, he starts the final game against Indianapolis. From the 40-yard line, first down and 10. Detmer, short drop, the sideline, and it's incomplete. Intended for Kevin Johnson. I believe there was a mix-up on the route. Offensively for the Browns, both of their tackles out. Lomas Brown lost for the season. He's normally the starting left tackle. And of course, Orlando Brown suspended indefinitely, also out with the eye injury, so a lot of changes on the offensive line. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the featured back, along with Edwards, his blocker. Kevin Johnson, the rookie, having an outstanding year, along with Shiverini. Irv Smith is the tight end. Second and 10 from the 40. Detmer again, batted down at the line of scrimmage. Ellis Johnson gets a hand on it.
And Ellis Johnson was playing end on that play, and you're going to see more three-step drops today from the Browns. Their offensive line hasn't protected well. Watch Ellis Johnson, bottom of your screen, number 62. He's going to get in there. Ty Detmer, about 5'11". Colts are going to definitely be aware of jumping up and blocking passes today. Second pass of the game already knocked down.
Brings up third down and 10. From the 40-yard line, they need to get to midfield for a first down. Detmer steps up, down the seam, incomplete. Intended for Shiverini, and it goes right in and out of his hands. Chad Cota there defensively. Defensively for Indianapolis, Chad Bratsky, 12 sacks on the year, had 3 last week against Washington. Cornelius Bennett, number 97, the veteran leader. And in the secondary, Burris, Poole on the corners, Belzer, Cota at safety. Wilkins standing back at the 15. Gardaki, left-footed punter. And Wilkins from the 15. And is wrapped up at the 17. 45-yard punt, 3-yard return. Soleil with the tackle.
guys are in here again? I can't believe this! You're always in here nursing your injuries. I have never seen such a group of cream puffs in my life. This is football! I need guys that can play!
Man, I thought he'd never leave.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Hot dog, anyone?
Let's be honest. There's really no such thing as a gracious winner. You might say things like nice game or shake your opponent's hand. But no matter how humble you are on the outside, deep down on the inside, you're saying, I'm better than you are. The Mitsubishi Galant, ranked the #1 family sedan under 20 grand by Car and Driver. Better than Accord or Camry. Boy, we just love saying that.
Once again, the market saw incredible gains. Tech is up, utilities are up, manufacturing is up, industrials are up, transportation is up, everything is going through the roof. Except your portfolio, Steve. It's pretty much busted. Which you'd know if you had web TV and used the internet to follow your stocks on TV. Oh, and your wife's leaving you.
Honey?
In other news, the governments of 3 foreign nations have created a new...
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl. Web TV. And by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
And welcome back to Cleveland Browns Stadium. Great weather. -2 with the wind chill. 28 degrees temperature. First down and 10 from the 18 for the Indianapolis Colts. Pollard, the motion man. Here's James following his block, and James wrapped up at the 17-yard line. McCutcheon in on the play as well. Now, the Indianapolis Colts are looking for home field advantage. Right now, Jacksonville has the edge, but if Jacksonville loses to Tennessee and they head into the game next week and their records end up the same, what will determine who gets the home field advantage is net points. Jacksonville currently leads. So, Indianapolis wants to score as many points as possible. Second down 9 from the 19. Underneath, Harrison with the catch, spins, and he gets up to the 24. Good news for Colts fans. Tennessee playing Jacksonville at home. They've gone up early, 7-0.
And one of the knocks against Jacksonville this year is that their schedule has been as soft as Charmin. And they really haven't played a lot of winning teams. In fact, the only winning team that they played is Tennessee, and they lost the game.
Played that game, though, without Fred Taylor. Third down and 4 from the 24. Need to get to the 28 for a first. Manning out of the shotgun. Manning pump fake. Incomplete. Great hit intended for E.G. Green, and Dalen McCutcheon delivered the wood.
And he would actually have to have control of the ball and both feet down. Let's see, there's the catch. There's 1, 2. Boy, that's really close, Gus. That looks like a catch to me. It was called incomplete on the field, and that rookie has been making plays all year.
And we talked to him earlier this week, and he's a California native, has had a great season, but is looking forward to getting back home and getting into that sunshine.
And of course, very famous dad, Lawrence McCutcheon, formerly of the Rams, really prepared his son for the life of a professional football player. Dalen McCutcheon's worked awful hard as a rookie. He just didn't get here and say, all right, I've arrived. He's kept working hard every week.
Smith standing at the 9. First punt went 28 yards. Pops this one up. Wobbly kick. Fair catch signal, and Johnson lets it go. Dangerous play. Colts recovering at the 47-yard line. It did not hit a Browns player. And after a 28-yard punt, Hunter Smith delivers a 29-yard punt.
This is great!
midnight, we'll eat our way into the new millennium with this gigundo party sub from Subway.
And no bacon in my section.
Eat your way into the new millennium with delicious 6-foot party subs and party platters from Subway.
4, 3, 2.
Oh well, 'tis always the next millennium.
Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
Statistics show when you take Motrin IB the minute you feel muscle pain, the foothills seem 15% less hilly, and your husband is 48% sweeter. Motrin IB, life is too good to feel bad.
Capture every day in brilliant color. Get the picture with Fujifilm.
Here's your regular internet homepage. And here's i1.com. It's free. You use it like Yahoo, Excite, or other search engines. Only i1.com gives away $10,000 every day, $1 million a month, and $10 million on tax day. Which one would you choose?
Very loyal to this site. I'm not going to abandon it for some new guy with a truckload of cash.
You're kidding.
Of course. Do I look like an idiot? Look at this cash.
Introducing i1.com. Why wouldn't you?
These are the faces of history. But which one will be named Person of the Century? Find out Monday. You are watching CBS Sports, home of the most comprehensive network coverage of the PGA Tour.
And welcome back. Tim Couch out of the lineup, sprained his left ankle against Jacksonville. Last week was on crutches earlier this week. Has a big knot on top of the ankle. Let's check in with Jim Nantz in New York.
All right, Gus and Brent, let me show you how the Titans did it. The opening drive, 78 yards, 13 plays, McNair to Roan. What an impressive start for the Titans. Let's go back to Gus and Brent.
All right, Jim, and all year long, we've seen the Titans a couple of times. They don't have the vertical passing game, but they can nickel and dime you to death.
Well, it sounded like they just pounded it right down the field versus Jacksonville on that opening drive. That's what you hate to see as an opposing defense.
Detmer underneath, caught by Chiaverini, gets up to the 40-yard line. Michael Barber with the tackle. And the net points between Jacksonville and the Colts down to 35 points.
We get the running total. I like that.
First down, 10 from the 41 for Cleveland. Detmer to the sideline. Chiaverini lays out incomplete. Jason Belzer covering. Monday on CBS begins with the King of Queens, followed by Ladies Man. Then it's Monday's #1 comedy, Everybody Loves Raymond, and Becker. Then find out who will be the Time 100 Person of the Century. Monday on CBS. Second down, 10 from the 41 for the Browns. Out of the offset eye, Edwards and Abdul-Jabbar play action. Here's the screen. Abdul-Jabbar knocked down. Great looking play by Mark Thomas as he broke up the screen.
And Mark Thomas initially trying to get pressure on Detmer, and you're going to see him get back and realize it's a screen. Just handles the cut block and all of a sudden retreats, sees Abdul-Jabbar coming out of the backfield, and he's there to break it up. Little fake reverse to Jared Chiaverini there, who they've gone to already 3 times today.
Brings up third down and 11 from the 42. Detmer steps up in the pocket, delivers, and he throws a missile. Ball caught by number 87, Zola Davis. Pickup of 14.
Zola Davis ground level here versus Tyrone Poole. Run a little out and hook back in. Come right back to the ball, Zola. That's the way to go. These young receivers of the Browns, well coached to come back to the ball. A lot of that coverage is going toward Kevin Johnson, so Zola Davis and Chiaverini getting more chances to catch the ball.
Abdul-Jabbar cutting back, spins, gets close to the 20. Larry Chester with the tackle. And the Browns, a very nice drive here. Their second drive of the game. And they've been in a lot of games this year.
They really have been, and Chris Palmer's kept them competitive. One of the things that they need to do a better job of is opening holes. You haven't seen a lot of holes from this Cleveland Browns offensive line. That time, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar stepped right up into a big one.
Abdul-Jabbar again, following his blocks, gets inside the 20. Cleveland coming off a 24-14 loss to Jacksonville. They played them tough. Jacksonville with too many weapons, however. But the Browns, one thing you can say about this team, very young. They play hard every game.
They have had a few injuries along the offensive line this year, although even when guys were healthy, they still weren't getting the good pass protection or the good push up front. That's one area that they really need to address this offseason, because if there's been a shortcoming in this team, I think it's along the offensive line.
Another first down, 8th play of the drive, play action, Detmer being chased and dumps it. Larry Chester had him. And a flag on the play.
Play number 82 is in the area. No foul.
So they pick it up. Irv Smith, the tight end, was in the area. No intentional grounding.
And it's not intentional grounding. Once you're out of the tackle box, it's not intentional grounding anyway. There's Irv Smith, number 82, the tight end. Little play action fake. You see Detmer rolling right. And he's trying to get the ball back to Irv Smith, and it wasn't much of an effort. And Tyrone Poole coming from the outside on the corner blitz was getting some pressure up inside.
And the Browns haven't been in the red zone too often this year. 2nd and 10 from the 18. Abdul-Jabbar running straight ahead. Big opening for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Jason Bells is a safety with the tackle. He gets to the 6. A gain of 11.
We talked about this offensive line not opening a whole lot of holes. Watch Kareem Abdul-Jabbar get up in there, double team, center Brundon, Jim Pine getting pushed. And when there's running room, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can hit that hole and make something happen. There just haven't been a lot of holes this year.
First down and goal from the 7-yard line. Abdul-Jabbar once again sweeping over the right side, and he goes down at the 5-yard line. Michael Barber, the middle linebacker, with the tackle. Also Bernard Whittington in on the play. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar acquired from Miami. Terry Kirby started the season as the featured back.
And they brought in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar thinking that would really add some punch to their running game, and it really hasn't. He's pretty much been the same type of back as Terry Kirby, although Terry Kirby does a heck of a job catching the ball in the backfield.
5 carries, 28 yards already for Kareem. 2nd and goal from the 5. Detmer looking, and it's caught at the goal line. Nice grab. And on the bottom, it's Kevin Johnson with the reception.
And I am so impressed with Kevin Johnson, a rookie, getting a lot of coverage this year, really the only threat. Watch, he's going to dive and hit the ground and bounce up and use his hands. Look at that, feels the zone, goes across. Nice job of extending and catching the ball, hanging onto it on the ground.
65 catches now, closing in on a 1,000-yard season. 3rd down goal from the 1, and Detmer calls timeout. So on 3rd and goal, big play for the Browns coming up.
Let's be honest. There's really no such thing as a gracious winner. You might say things like nice game or shake your opponent's hand. But no matter how humble you are on the outside, deep down on the inside, you're saying, I'm better than you are. The Mitsubishi Galant, ranked the #1 family sedan under 20 grand by Car and Driver. Better than Accord or Camry. Boy, we just love saying that.
Small business software, $400. Letterhead, $610. Office supplies, $90. Remembering who you work for, priceless. MasterCard Business Bonuses lets you earn miles good on any airline, no blackouts. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard Business Card.
You know, I've played in the U.S. and Canada, so I've got friends all over. That's why I use 10-10-220. It's only 99 cents up to 20 minutes and just 7 cents a minute after that within the U.S. or to Canada. So when I call my buddy Phelan here in the States, or my brother in Canada, it's just 99 cents all day, every day. With 10-10-220, all your calls can be under $1. Hey, little brother, go long. Falls for it every time.
Hey! Hey!
Relive the triumphs, the heroics, and the history as we proudly present CBS's greatest sports moments. Thursday night on December 30th. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by 10-10-220 for great long-distance rates anywhere in America and around the world. And by Mitsubishi Motors. Wake up and drive.
Little confusion on that last route. Darren Sherverini coming off the field. Chris Palmer asking him a question. You don't talk and point to your head coach when you're a rookie. You get to be more fired up. You better be careful down there, Darren.
Third down goal from the one. Out of the eye. Kirby over the top. No signal.
It looked like he was
touchdown.
Yes.
And the Browns get in.
You see Terry Kirby, all I have to do is break that line, and you know he's right across it. It's right where the ball is. All the ball has to do is touch that line, and it's a touchdown.
12-play drive covering 53 yards for Cleveland, and they held it for 5:47. Capped off by the 1-yard touchdown. Extra point is good. Final game of the year for the Cleveland Browns, and they take a 7-0 lead. Terry Kirby, tough running here in a tough town.
So with Staples.com, you order the supplies you want, I approve them, and they're delivered the next day.
You mean I can order pens?
Yes.
Paper?
Yes.
How about an executive leather chair?
No.
Paper clips?
Yes.
Linda.
Linda, 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 Linda.
When you people are finished, I have a light bulb in my office that he's changing too. I love the way they pull together.
Want great prices on everything, even furniture? Staples.com.
Shanazar, please, has always talking trash.
You're paying, baby!
He's always trying to get inside your head.
Seahorse, you don't know your elbows from your...
And sometimes, he can get downright nasty.
I bet you pay transaction fees on your mutual funds. Your mama pays full commission. You know how to calculate a P/E ratio?
When we created a smarter kind of investment firm,
How diversified is your portfolio?
we created a smarter kind of investor.
You can't even spell Dow Jones. Okay, guys, let's get this right. To calculate a P/E ratio, you divide the stock price.
Your phone number can give you the chance to win cold, hard cash. Join Dick Clark for Winning Lines, a new game show coming Saturday, January 8th to CBS.
Well, the D and the W look okay, but the guy with the A and the guy with the G, they got a little gut going out there.
They are having a good time. And check out the weather. 28 degrees with the wind chill. It feels like it's -2 out here. And the young men with no shirts. The drive, very impressive. 12 plays, 53 yards. Terry Kirby with the 1-yard touchdown. Elias and Wilkins back deep, ready to receive for the Colts. Dawson sends it away. Wilkins from the 15. And he goes down at the 28-yard line. Tackled by Madre Hill. Once again, Jim Nantz in New York.
All right, Gus, I know Brent loved that opening touchdown toss to a tight end for the Titans. Jacksonville comes back with its first possession. Brunell to the end zone, and he's picked off by Samari Roll. He'll run it out to about the 10-yard line. Tennessee with that 7-0 lead, that critical Central Division showdown. Let's go back to you.
Boy, Tennessee's got the momentum. When Jim started announcing that play, I thought it was going to be another tight end touchdown. He had me fired up there for a second.
He did. He fooled you. First down and 10 from the 28 for Peyton Manning and company. Play action. Manning sets up down the middle of the field. Caught. Harrison at the 44. Corey Fuller with the tackle, but he picked up 28.
Let's watch Marvin Harrison's pattern. He's going to run a deep post, just sail it down the field and break at about 20 yards. Breaks it back in across the field. Does a nice job coming back to the ball. Watch Peyton Manning sell this fake. See the dip down on the shoulders? That brings the linebackers up to the line of scrimmage, creates that big hole across the middle.
Marvin Harrison, 9 catches, 117 yards last week in their win over Washington. Now Edgerrin James stopping and starting at the line of scrimmage, gets to the 41-yard line. Wally Rayner with the tackle. Last week, James, 22 carries, 89 yards.
You talked about Edgerrin James stopping and starting. This Cleveland Browns defense has had a lot of problems this year with cutback runners. Fred Taylor, Corey Dillon, they have gashed the Browns defense with the pursuit going one way and then the running back running and cutting it backside. There's been nobody home.
Second down and 7 from the 41. Manning. Pitch pass. Harrison turns it up and is collared inside the 35-yard line by Jameer Miller. He picks up 8. And a first down for the Colts.
This last play, watch Marcus Pollard split out wide. Go ahead, come on and make the play. Make a little block on the corner. So they're going to throw the ball here to Harrison. Watch Pollard come out, get the block. Edgerrin James up inside, getting blocks. So what a 1-yard pass turns into a big 10-yard first down.
First down 10 from the 33. James pursued from behind, nowhere to go. John Theory tackles him from behind. And Marvin Harrison, with that last catch, came into the game needing 3 receptions for 100. He's the 25th man to have a 100 receptions year in the National Football League.
And that's facing a lot of double coverage. We saw him earlier in the year. He was getting a lot of single coverage. I talked to Peyton Manning. Peyton said, hey, I long for those days of single coverage. Me and Marvin haven't seen it a whole lot lately.
Second and 13 from the 36. Harrison, the motion man. Peyton Manning stands in underneath. Harrison slips one tackle, dives forward, and gets to the 30. CBS is the only place to be on New Year's Eve. Don't miss Dave in prime time. Grammy's greatest performances, Will Smith, and a Millennium Celebration not to be missed. It's all here on CBS New Year's Eve.
You gonna be down there, Times Square, New Year's Eve, CBS?
No way.
Safe to watch it on TV, huh?
Exactly. Third down and 8 from the 31. They need to get to the 23 for a first down. 4-receiver package. Manning. Wide open. James, and it's incomplete. Manning threw it behind him.
And you saw that ball floating out there, the wind swirling around down there. Edgerrin James wanted to grab that ball. He felt the defensive back coming. He wanted to grab that ball, watch it float out here, and get upfield. He takes his eye off the ball, just stumbles a little bit. He knew that he was running out of space. He wanted to turn up. He had to get an extra 2 yards from the spot of where he would have caught the ball to get that first down.
18-mile-per-hour winds, and the Colts are going for it on 4th and 8. They need to get to the 23. Fans on their feet here in Cleveland. 1 of 4 on 4th down conversions this season. Here's Manning, pump fake. Underneath, Harrison with the grab, and he gets to the 1. Dalen McCutcheon with the saving tackle, but it's a gain of 30.
Watch E.G. Green, 84 going inside, Marvin Harrison going outside, McCutcheon right with Marvin Harrison, and all of a sudden the ball's in the air. Watch Marvin Harrison adjust, comes right across Dalen McCutcheon's face. That's called making a play on the ball because there was nothing there. Peyton Manning just threw it up with tight coverage from Dalen McCutcheon.
And that's the end of the first quarter. with the score. The Cleveland Browns lead it 7-0, but Indianapolis knocking on the door. We'll return to Cleveland right after this message.
The king.
Should have used Energizer. They keep going and going and going and going.
So instead of paying a separate commission every time you trade, you'd pay an annual fee. Trade all you want.
All I want?
Yeah, virtually unlimited.
Really?
Remember the financial plan we're working from here, Dad. The point is long-term capital appreciation.
I know.
You just don't want you sitting by the computer all day buying and selling stocks.
Yeah. Show me how I log on to your research.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah,
Investing is serious business, Dad.
I promise I'll do my homework, okay?
CBS Tuesday. A medical miracle gave him a new life in a new body.
I've never done one of these before.
The only catch, he can never reveal his identity to the family he left behind.
I will never let anything bad happen to you or Heather.
The most original show of the year, now and again on a special day, CBS Tuesday.
First down goal for the Colts from the 1. Edgerrin James straight ahead. And I don't believe he got in. He is short of the touchdown. The Indianapolis Colts, they've already won the AFC East. Winners of 10 straight games, 5 straight on the road.
Watch number 90, James Williams, getting penetration in there, locking up Edgerrin James, just turning him around. That's upper body strength. Grabbing a running back, 216 pounds, and turning him around.
Second down goal from the 1. James again. Jameer Miller caught him. No signal.
And I thought he got in. Jameer Miller caught him, and James Williams again sitting on Edgerrin James, trying to push him back. But it looked like initially to me that he got over. They're talking about it down there.
Touchdown. They give it to him.
Let's take a look at this ground level. All he has to do is break the plane with the ball. Edgerrin James, you see right? Boy, it's tough to tell right inside here. Pretty strong defense. This Browns team had a big goal line stand last week versus Jacksonville. Here's the look inside. You can't tell. Too many feet, too many legs kicking around in there. The officials were right on it, though. Looked like his second effort forward lean got him over.
Mike Vanderjagt. Extra point is good. 9-play drive covering 72 yards. The key play on 4th down and 8. The Colts come up with 31 yards to the 1.
He had power that could not be matched. Courage that...
I will not wear the clothes of a guilty man.
And a spirit...
We gotta take it to the federal court.
Judge is gonna throw it out. That could not be broken.
Then we transcend the law. We get back to humanity.
Golden Globe Award nominee, Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor, Denzel Washington. The Hurricane, rated R, starts Wednesday in select theaters.
RCA Victor. Do not try to adjust the picture.
Color TV.
There is nothing wrong with your TV. A new form of television is here. High definition. Up to 6 times sharper than current analog technology. The people who brought you TV, the color TV, and digital satellite TV welcome you to HD TV. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television. We've just made a better one.
faster, more reliable, higher quality, more profitable. Nortel Networks is building the new high-performance internet, and it can be whatever you want it to be. So tell us, what do you want the internet to be?
Come together right now over me.
CBS New Year's Eve. Don't miss Dave in primetime. Grammy's greatest performances, plus Will Smith and Millennium surprises. CBS New Year's Eve.
Great backs always fall forward. Here's the goal line. See if Edgerrin James gets across it. Right there. I think he falls forward after initial contact. There's initial contact, keeps his legs going. He's definitely into the end zone from that angle.
11th rushing touchdown of the season, 15th overall touchdown for the rookie Edgerrin James. The rookie record for touchdowns in a season, Gale Sayers with 22. Andy Moss, Fred Taylor had 17 apiece last year. Terry Kirby. And Kirby over the 30, tumbles forward to the 34-yard line, a return of 29. Get the most comprehensive analysis of the NFL matchups with complete statistical recaps in CBS Sportsline's matchup breakdown. Just click on NFL at cbs.sportsline.com. And look at this score, Brent.
And people are going to be coming down all over Jacksonville because if they end up losing this game, 2 losses to Tennessee, the only team that they play this year with a winning record.
First down 10 from the 33. Detmer hands off to Abdul-Jabbar, and he goes down. Bernard Whittington with the stop. And a lot has been made about the offense here in Indianapolis or with the Colts, but this defense has played great football this year.
It really has. Very opportunistic. They've been a bend but don't break style of defense. They've given up yards, so they're in the middle of the pack defensively, but they've come up with big plays. A great zone blitz style of defense. Vic Fangio has these guys playing very aggressive.
Second down 8 from the 35. Detmer. Ball tipped. Picked up. Let's see who has it.
I think Orlando Bobo went up and made the grab. The guard.
74. And that is a free ball now, because it was tipped.
Every lineman thinks that they're a tight end, but they sit around. They don't know how to go after the ball. Watch Orlando Bobo, number 74, go after this ball. Right here. We'll circle him. He's right there, right in the middle of the pack. The ball gets tipped up in the air. Watch him go up and get that thing. Haul it in. There's a big man making a play.
He's got nice hands.
Very impressive.
3rd and 5 from the 38. Detmer steps up underneath Irv Smith, and he's got momentum. Hurdles a man to the 40-yard line. The big fella rumbling for 22 yards.
Former first-rounder of the New Orleans Saints. Spent a year in San Francisco. Comes out versus Cornelius Bennett. He's just going to contact him and swim him inside, get open. Detmer sees him, and watch this big man. Little hurdle action, getting it going. Irv Smith can make some plays for you.
Jump right over Chad Cota. Now Abdul-Jabbar swung down. Chad Bratsky in on the play. And a look around the NFL. Buffalo leading New England on the road. New England is out of the playoffs. And Tennessee leads Jacksonville 14-0 at home. Second down 12 from the 42. Detmer dumps it off to Abdul-Jabbar. Looking for a block. Cuts it back. Gets down at the 35-yard line. Michael Barber with the stop.
And let's go back to the net points, which if Jacksonville loses really comes into play here. And Indianapolis still trailing, but with that Tennessee touchdown, they're getting closer.
3rd down and 5 for Cleveland from the 35. 3 receivers set. Detmer underneath, and first down. Irv Smith, gain of 7.
Now watch Jason Belzer, number 29, left corner of your screen. Little zone blitz coming up from the safety position. How do you beat that? You got to run a hot receiver, tight end, turn around and look. See Irv Smith feel the blitz and turn around. Detmer gets it to him right now. That's chemistry between a quarterback and a tight end.
Smith, 2 catches, 29 yards. First down from the 28-yard line. Detmer throwing. Plenty of time. Flag on the play. Detmer. Shiverini. Touchdown. But let's see the flag. And they say it's against the Colts.
Wow.
Illegal hand of the face against Indianapolis. Count the touchdown. 28 yards.
And how about Ty Detmer hanging in, and Darren Shiverini was the only guy in the field, I think, that didn't see the flag. Kept going. And that's called making something happen when everything's covered. The initial coverage was great. Nothing was open. Ty Detmer scrambling around a little bit. And Shiverini just saying, hey, if I'm going to go somewhere, I might as well go into the end zone.
Shiverini has now scored a touchdown in 4 straight football games. His 4th touchdown of the year. And the extra point is good. 10:07 to go in the second quarter. Take another look at the play.
And you're seeing hands and fists inside, and I don't know where the flag comes from over here, so it looked like they're calling Ellis Johnson. Now watch Shiverini, 84, keep hustling. Initially covered, Tyrone pull, right on him. Little slide, in, out, go back across the field. Heck, I'm going to go deep. Ty Detmer puts it right on the money.
Surprise, surprise, Browns lead it early.
Keys are in it.
The Accord V6 Coupe from Honda. It's one powerful car.
Introducing the Sprint PCS wireless web phone by Motorola. The power of the internet is in your hand.
Buzz Aldrin and I don't take the same approach to investing. I like trading at home. Buzz trades from far away. Gotcha. We do, however, share the same new way to trade online.
Introducing Power Street by Fidelity, with the tools you need to trade your way, whether online, two-way pager, or the new Palm 7 handheld computer.
And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to use it.
Speak for yourself, Bob.
Power Street at Fidelity.com. Online trading gets personal.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Fidelity Investments. We help you invest responsibly. Sprint PCS. Experience the clear alternative to cellular. And by Honda, a winning lineup of cars, sport utility vehicles, and minivans.
Browns kicking it away. Short kick. Wilkins over to the sideline. Takes it from the 17. Looking to get outside. Bottled up and is knocked down. Madre Hill with the special teams tackle. An 8-yard return.
Let's go back to that play. Ellis Johnson getting his hands underneath Jim Pine's face mask right here. That was the call. Illegal hands to the face. Everybody thought it was holding versus the Browns. You see Johnson get his hands right up inside Pine's face mask. You see the flag come into the screen right here. Usually that's a holding. Everybody in the stadium was silent after Shiverini caught the touchdown pass. Then they went nuts after the official signal against the Colts.
7 plays, 67 yards, a 28-yard score. Colts start from their own 24. Play action Manning. Underneath, Pollard's open. His second drop of the game. Marcus Pollard, the former college basketball player, and I had a chance to watch him during warm-ups. He dropped a couple, Brent, during warm-ups as well.
And maybe it's just cold weather because he's really combined, along with Ken Dilger, to have an effective tight end position this year for the Colts. He's been open a couple times now, to have those right in your hands, especially off a nice play action where those linebackers suck up, whole middle of the field wide open for him.
2nd and 10 from the 24. James running outside and is knocked out of bounds at the 30. Wally Rayner with the tackle. They pick up 6.
One rookie laying the wood on another rookie, and Wally Rayner has been a big play linebacker for this Cleveland Browns team. Came in, taken over at middle linebacker, learned the defense, does a great job of studying film and preparing for opponents. That's very rare for a rookie. Most rookies are trying to figure out where they should be. They don't have time to figure out how to study opponents' weaknesses.
3rd down 4 from the 30. They need to get to the 34. Manning. Broken up. Ball intended for Wilkins. Antonio Langham standing on the play.
Here's Wilkins. Langham with what we call a run-out technique. You just line up tight and then run out and getting his hand in on there on the ball. Wilkins got to come up with that grab, though. He's coming back to the quarterback. Made a lot of big plays this year as the ex-receiver for the Colts.
Hunter Smith, 3rd punt, averaging 28.5 yards per punt so far. High snap, handle, low end over end kick, another poor one. And it takes a bounce. And the ball is as heavy as a brick for Hunter Smith. 28, 29, now a 26-yard punt for Smith.
Philips CD recorder. Burn your own CDs.
If you're driving around with some cut-rate car insurance and you get into an accident, that's when it hits you. There's no State Farm agent to turn to for help. So the choice is yours. Get yourself a State Farm agent or get left out in the cold.
To prove the power of interstate batteries, today I'm racing the family cruiser with my family and a couple of close friends. Currently, we're running 3rd. Make that 2nd and the battery's doing just fine. Joe and Norm are catching a few rays. Junior's enjoying a race of his own. And looky there, my wife's getting a full makeover. Heck, we got us a regular family outing here.
Interstate, the official battery of the family car.
Flip.
They're all going to be tough. Get prepared for it. This is the NFL. It's a dogfight every week. But we're winning the dogfights. We're winning the dogfights.
You are watching CBS Sports.
What a journey it's been.
Home of the U.S. Open.
Cleveland leads at 14-7, 9:16 to go, 2nd quarter. And they have been winning the field position battle. Cleveland averaging from the 41-yard line. 1st down 10 from the 44. Play action. Detmer throwing. And it's broken up at the last moment. Intended for Kevin Johnson, but Jason Belzer got a hand on it and knocked it out of his hands.
And Jason Belzer's been laying a lot of wood this year. Watching right at the end of the play, Kevin Johnson coming down with it. Belzer getting his hand right in there simultaneously with the ball. And Belzer has been known for making some big hits this year. Only 5'11", 5'9" actually, 196. Boy, they're taking a few inches away from him. He's not going to be happy. He told me he was 5'11".
2nd down and 10 from the 44. 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Detmer to Johnson, incomplete. That may have hit him on the shoulder pad. Jeff Burris covering, the former Buffalo Bill.
I think right at the end of the play, Jeff Burris is going to get his hand up, turn, and get that hand right on the ball. Kevin Johnson, a couple close ones in a row. They're taking some shots for the rookie who's really become the go-to guy. Jeff Burris, strong cover man, strong man-to-man coverage.
Brings up 3rd down and 10 from the 44. Browns 4 of 5 on 3rd down conversion. Out of the shotgun. Detmer under pressure. Chiaverini is drilled at the 45-yard line by Chad Cota.
And that's one of the things I don't understand, running a 3-yard route on 3rd and 10. You see that more and more around the league. If you got an Edgerrin James, you get it out to him in the flat, and he has some running room enough to make a move and maybe get the first down. But having a wide receiver coming across the field at 3 yards, you're not even trying for the first down. You just see too much of that. You're the Cleveland Browns. This is the last game of the year. You're ahead. Hey, take a chance. Throw the ball down the field. Get enough for the first down.
So Chris Gardocki stands at the 34. Wilkins at the 12. High spiraling kick. Fair caught at the 11. 41-yard punt.
In our family, men lose their hair early.
Thank you.
By the time we hit 30, we don't have to invest much in combs. So I started using Rogaine when I was like 28, at the first sign of fallout. Before I looked like I needed it, because I knew I would. So here I am. I've been using Rogaine for about 2 years now, right at the source of the problem, and I don't see any difference. And that's the idea. You keep the hair you have. Look, I love my dad. I'm just not in a rush to look like him. Simple, safe, smart. Rogaine. It's stronger than heredity.
I enlisted in the Navy when I was 17 years old.
If I had not joined the Navy, life would definitely be very different.
You're on the bridge of a warship, you get responsibility fast. I learned how to work on communications equipment and radar equipment.
I had never even thought of becoming a broadcast journalist.
Before I even got out of the Navy, I was hired.
3 weeks after I got out of the Navy, I was hired by a network affiliate.
I'm CEO and president of High Technology Solutions. If you see something in your future, go after it and grab it.
I found something that I was good at and that I want to do for the rest of my life.
Tuesday on 60 Minutes 2, what will life be like in the next century? We ask President Clinton and Times Person of the Year, Jeff Bezos. Tuesday at 9, 8 Central.
The man who brought us Hill Street Blues, L.A. Law, and NYPD Blue is about to make history again.
Those kids depend on us. Shouldn't those kids be dependent on you?
Blair Underwood, Vivica A. Fox.
She's got a belly full of blood and she's still bleeding. Try some lidocaine and pray.
City of Angels premieres CBS Sunday, January 16th.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Gateway. Call Gateway and connect with us. And by the U.S. Navy. Navy, let the journey begin.
Welcome back to Cleveland. The Browns and the Colts doing battle. Final game of the year for the Browns. Colts with one more before heading into the playoffs. Terry Kirby got him started with a 1-yard run, Cleveland, followed by a 1-yard run from Edgerrin James for the Colts. Then a 28-yard touchdown pass, Detmer to Chiaverini, and we stand at 14-7. Indianapolis from the 11. Edgerrin James running over the left side, and he goes down at the 14-yard line. Mike Thomas and Corey Fuller in on the play.
And early here in the first half, this Cleveland Browns defense has confused the Colts offense. Moving guys, you see a lot of Colts offensive linemen pointing, trying to figure out who they're blocking. There's guys standing up for Cleveland, kind of running that style UFO defense. The UFO defense is guys are everywhere. They're flying all over the place. You can't figure out who you block. Down lineman standing up, a linebacker going down. It kind of confuses teams.
2nd and 7 from the 14. Wilkins in motion, the shovel pass. Wilkins, nowhere to go. Tripped up by the rookie, Wally Rayner. Read it all the way.
And this shovel trap is something the Colts have used, trying to get Terrence Wilkins the ball in the open field. You're going to see him come into your screen. Just like a counter, little shovel pass in there to run the trap. Wally Rayner wasn't fooled. They'd seen it on film. He studied it. And that's the difference. We talked about him knowing the defense, being very sharp, picking up the defense early so he can go and study opponents and what type of plays that they can come up with. He was all over that shovel pass.
3rd down and 8 from the 13. They need to get to the 21. Manning out of the gun, underneath, it's caught. Harrison with the 1st down at the 25-yard line. Ryan McNeil with the tackle.
And you just can't play zone on that big of a 3rd down. Give Marvin Harrison the middle of the field. Watch him running across. He comes across. Marquez Pope didn't fake him out. He's actually playing his zone. There's a big open space in the middle of the field. Harrison doing a nice job coming across and settling down, squaring his shoulders back to Peyton Manning, letting him know he's got a nice big hole to sit in to catch that ball.
He has 8 100-yard games already, 6 catches, 88 yards. James with running room, stiff arms out of bounds at the 33. Raheem Abdullah there to usher him out of bounds. Gain of 8. Next Sunday, the NFL on CBS brings together the playoff puzzle with the season-ending doubleheader. In the first of 2, some of you will see Peyton and the AFC East champion Colts battle Flutie and the Bills, or you'll see Jacksonville host Cincinnati in a crucial game for the Jags. It starts at noon with Jim, Craig, Randy, and Jerry, the NFL Today. 2nd down 2 from the 33-yard line. Edgerrin James spins and picks up the 1st down. Wale Rayner cuts him down.
We talked about the leg drive down the goal line of Edgerrin James, the ability to fall forward. You see so many backs get hit and just go down right there. That ability to fall forward was the difference in making the 1st down right there. They say Edgerrin James spends so much time at the facility. He talked about his social life. He said, I'm either at the facility or at home waiting to go back to the facility. That's not much of a social life.
1st down and 10 from the 36, 4th overall pick out of the University of Miami. Peyton Manning down the seam, incomplete. He had Harrison sprinting down the sideline, but he underthrows it.
And it looked like he had Ken Dilger, the tight end, down the seam. A lot of that focus going out to Marvin Harrison, and this tight end position for the Colts really made some big plays this year. And it's great as a tight end when all of a sudden you got a big play wide receiver outside. All of a sudden the focus goes outside. You got the middle of the field to roam.
A la Jerry Rice, Brent Jones.
I took all the coverage from Jerry. He was singled all the time.
Yeah, right. 2nd and 10 from the 36. The pitch, James, strung out nicely, out of bounds. Marquez Pope came up. He's a former 49er to make the play.
And you wouldn't know that this Cleveland Browns defense is ranked 31st versus the rush going into today's game. They are playing very aggressive, something that we haven't seen from their defensive front and linebackers all year. There's been bits and pieces here and there, but the whole group as a unit hasn't really done anything to stop the run. Today, they're coming out very aggressive, attacking the Colts offensive linemen.
3rd down and 7 from the 39. They're 1 of 5 on 3rd down conversion. They need to get to the 41. Manning sets up, and another 1st down. This time it's E.G. Green with the reception. Corey Fuller made the tackle. And E.G. Green, his 2nd season out of Florida State.
And E.G. Green came in this preseason and beat out Jerome Pathan, who had 50 catches last year. Little push off by E.G. Green going against Corey Fuller. But he actually was the starter early in the season, beating out Pathan, and then had a little bit of a slump, and Terrence Wilkins came in, made some big plays, and all of a sudden, he's the starter.
The drive so far, almost 4 minutes for the Colts. 1st down from the 49. Manning looking. Pollard holds on to this one and powers his way to the 30-yard line. A gain of 17.
Cleveland Browns getting their own little bit of zone blitz going. You're going to see number 73, Darius Holland, back out into coverage. Big old defensive tackle right here. He's covering the tight end. He looks, slides to the right. Marcus Pollard keeps going. It was semi-covering the tight end, hoping for that quick pass. Darius Holland. He's got to work on that back pedal, the big man.
So Pollard, his 1st catch, he's dropped 2 from the 31. spins down to the 26-yard line. Stalin Kalane, acquired for Jerry Ball from Minnesota, with the tackle. And a look around the NFL. Look at Tennessee. They've gone up 17-0 now over Jacksonville.
Well, that's going to give that Tennessee team a lot of confidence if they can hang on and beat Jacksonville.
11th play of the drive for the Colts that started at their own 11-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 27. Offsides. Darius Holland may have jumped.
He might have jumped. It looked like he got back. Looked like a little typewriter thing going there on the offensive line. That's what Bob McKittrick, our offensive lineman, used to say. You can't come off like a typewriter, you know, key punching here and there. And they're going to probably say that the Browns drew the Colts offsides.
Prior to the snap, the nose guard was in the neutral zone, causing the offense to move. Neutral zone infraction, defense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Phil Luckett, your referee today.
And that's exactly what happened. So he drew him off into the neutral zone, causing that typewriter effect. Watch Holland right here. Get a little jump into the neutral zone. Larry Moore, the center, snaps the ball. Usually you're taught as a center, once a guy jumps, snap that ball right now.
2nd and 1 from the 22. Edgerrin James again, and he is dragged down. May have lost a yard on the play. Marquise Smith, backup safety, coming up and making the play.
And you say backup safety, but they have a lot of plans for this big hitter from the University of California, the rookie. And when you're a big hitter, when people say that about you, you lay some blows on people, usually that means you're very good versus the run, but you got to work on your coverage techniques. Marquise Smith's going to spend a lot of time this offseason working on pass coverage.
3rd down and 1. James, and he won't get it. He will not get it. Hervin McCormick. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Jim Mora's got a decision to make on 4th and 1.
Just when you think you have the latest computer, you don't. But for $37 a month, get an Intel Pentium 3 processor and a free color printer with the Gateway PC. And with the YourWare program, trade it in toward the purchase of a new one after 2 years. Call 1-800-GATEWAY.
They pioneered Ethernet, and for the first time, computers could easily communicate with each other. Today, 3Com is making global impact across the full breadth of networking, connecting more computers in more companies in more ways than anyone. And at home, 3Com technology is the connection to the whole wide world. Where do you learn about the leaders who are making a difference? Exactly. NASDAQ, the stock market for a digital world.
Hello? What? Are you sure? Okay, we'll be right there.
What is it?
Minnie Blackwell's having a party.
Let's roll.
Looking for a good time? The Civic from Honda.
Oregon's offense, powered by Reuben Drones, runs into Minnesota's monster defense. The Wells Fargo Sun Bowl, the last day of the century on CBS.
Coming up on the NASDAQ halftime report, Jim Nantz and company with scores and highlights.
And I have a lot of respect for Jim Mora, one of the best coaches in the league. I think you ought to be going for it here on 4th down. You're the Indianapolis Colts. You're the hottest team in professional football. You're playing against the Cleveland Browns with the worst record in the league, the last ranked rushing defense, and you've got to have enough confidence in your offensive line. I don't care how they played thus far. You've got to go for it.
Brings on Mike Vanderjagt. Last 9 games, he has hit 21 straight, a Colts record. After starting 8 of 12, this from 41 yards out. It's up and good. 41-yard field goal for Vanderjagt. And with 1 minute and 56 seconds remaining, it's a 14-10 game. Now Monday on CBS, Kevin James, Linda Rimney, and Jerry Stiller tickle your funny bone once again. Don't miss the King of Queens, part of the comedy broadcasting system. Monday on CBS.
Kevin James looks like he could have been a center in this league.
Yeah, he looks pretty athletic.
He's a funny guy.
And a look at the Colts drive. Peyton Manning must be a little disappointed they did not get into the end zone. 13 plays, 66 yards, and they were forced to settle for the 41-yard field goal. Net points, very important for Jacksonville and Indianapolis if the two end the season with the same record. Jacksonville leading it, but they are trailing on the road at Tennessee 17-0 early. Now 17-7. Fred Taylor just went in from 1 yard out.
And one of the marks of this Cleveland team, they played a lot of teams tough here in the first half this year, but they've gone in at halftime and haven't come out for the second half. They've gotten blown out in the third quarter this year.
They've been outscored 200-89 in the second half of play. Ball picked up by Kirby at the 10. Looking for a seam. Terry Kirby up to the 18-yard line. Tonight on 60 Minutes, if there were no nuclear weapons in the Gulf, how did American soldiers get exposed to radiation during the Gulf War? Tonight on 60 Minutes. A minute 50 to go, second quarter of play. Look at the timeouts remaining. 3 for Indianapolis, 2 for Cleveland. Browns with 3 receivers. 2 split out to the top of your screen. Terry Kirby. Terry Kirby to the 30. First down. Billy Austin with the tackle. A gain of 11.
And Terry Kirby seems like he's been much more aggressive running the ball ever since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar joined the team. I think he's outperformed Abdul-Jabbar here down the stretch.
Hurry up offense, Detmer. And over the middle, Kevin Johnson bobbled it. Incomplete. Jeff Burris got a hand on it and dislodged it, and Johnson could not hold on.
Watch the end of the play. I think Johnson's going to actually catch the ball eventually after it gets knocked up in the air. He doesn't have control yet, but he uses the ground to trap it. You've got to have your arms and elbows underneath that ball. Can't use the ground to catch that ball.
Second down, 10 from the 31. Off Kirby, and Terry Kirby over the 30 up to the 33. Ellis Johnson with the tackle, 1:15 and counting. And the Colts call timeout. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, the NASDAQ halftime report with Jim Nance in the studio, joined by Craig James, Randy Cross, and Jerry Glanville. We'll have scores and highlights, week 16.
How about my man, Randy Cross, former 49er? Got that new hairstyle going in there. He's looking pretty sharp, isn't he?
No comment.
Come on.
I don't like it.
Oh, come on. You can't go against the Niners.
How about the 49ers this week in the paper? Bill Walsh coming out saying he is expecting this to be the last year for Steve Young and also Jerry Rice because he doesn't feel they'll be able to pay him next season.
Well, I think Steve Young and Jerry Rice might be thinking that hopefully this is Bill's last year.
Very strong words from a former 49er.
Wow, geez,
wow.
You got to stick up for your guys.
Third down and 9 from the 32. Detmer needs 9 yards, skips it, incomplete. Zola Davis, the intended receiver, and with 1:07 to go, Indianapolis will get it back.
End of the play here. You're going to see the ball just short hop. Zola Davis with the grab, throws his hands up in the air. You know, sometimes you can fake out officials with that. But now you got the replay.
Not very often.
So they don't stay faked out too long.
Chris Gardocki, third punt. Wilkins back deep at the 24. He is a dangerous return man who has 1 punt return for a touchdown and 1 kick return for a touchdown. Here he is. He'll give it a go from the 28. Wilkins! He's off! Wilkins down the sideline and gets inside the 35. Tackled by the punter, Gardocki. A 40-yard punt and a 37-yard return.
Terrence Wilkins was frustrated. He wanted a flag at the end of the play. Say he was tackled too far out of bounds. Watch when he grabs this ball. He's going to get up and he's going to start right and cut back left. Then he sees his blocker and cuts it back right. Open hole coming across the field. And it's him and the punter. Gardocki, nice job grabbing, hanging on, and throwing him out of bounds. And that should have been a flag. That's 3 or 4 yards out of bounds. Even if you're a punter. You don't see aggressive punters like that. Look at that. Gardocki, take that. Punters aren't tough.
A tough guy punter.
Wow.
That young man, certainly a tough guy. There's Chris. First down 10 from the 33 for the Colts. Flag on the play, shovel pass. James Theory jumps off sides, number 53 on the bottom of your screen. Young man, John Theory, who played at Alcorn State, the home of Steve McNair. SWAC.
Former #1 draft choice of the Bears. He's reinvented himself this year with Cleveland Browns. He's been very aggressive, getting a lot of penetration up inside.
Offside, defense number 63. 5-yard penalty remains, first down.
I believe the official got the number wrong. It's number 53, Theory.
Been getting a lot of pressure. You see the 7 sacks there, getting a lot of pressure from the down position inside. He didn't necessarily want to play that coming into Cleveland this year. Wanted to be a linebacker, but he's getting pressure. He doesn't mind it now with 7 sacks.
First down, 5 from the 28. Manning steps up in the pocket, dumps it off. Dilger with the catch, and he spins inside the 20-yard line, a gain of 10. Marlon Forbes with the tackle. And here's the hurry up for Indianapolis. Not using a timeout, 29 seconds and counting. Manning pump fake over the middle. Dilger incomplete. Manning threw it behind him.
And we talk about Marvin Harrison taking that coverage away from the tight end. Peyton Manning with the pump fake, and watch Ken Dilger right down the middle. And actually Peyton Manning throws the ball behind him. And that's not a Ken Dilger drop. That's one of the few times that Peyton Manning throws the ball behind him. He had to turn his hip around, try to catch it with one hand. There's offensive coordinator Tom Moore, who's done a spectacular job of knowing the strengths of all his players and having a lot of diversity this year on this offense.
2 timeouts remaining for the Colts. 22 seconds to go. 2nd and 10. Manning over the middle, wide open Wilkins, and he jitterbugs to the 3-yard line. Little with the tackle.
The Colts take a timeout. That zone defense of the Browns was dropping so deep. They were 15 yards deep. Nobody covered Terrence Wilkins coming underneath. You see a shot here from the high end zone. Watch the defensive backs of the Browns get a deep drop, covering E.G. Green, number 84, and Wilkins comes right across on the drag route, 5-yard route, but gets upfield for big yardage.
So the Colts, first down and goal from the 3-yard line, 14 seconds to go. The punt return for Wilkins, 39 yards, gave him great field position. 1 timeout remaining for Indianapolis. First down goal from the 3. Manning to the corner.
No,
incomplete. E.G. Green.
Hey, how about the referees? They're giving each other the stare down. They're both looking at each other for 3 seconds. Got to get the call. Let's go. We're both right on it. Let's watch E.G. Green's feet. He's got to have possession first. There it is. 1, drag. Boy, I don't know. It looked like he didn't quite drag that foot. He didn't see any turf come up, but the officials weren't sure. They gave each other the stare down.
So 2nd and goal from the 3. 10 seconds to go. 1 timeout left for Indianapolis. Manning again, knocked away. Oh, Ryan McNeil, if he could have held on to that ball.
100 yards the other way, and Ryan McNeil read the slant. He jumped right in front of it, and he batted it down. He needed to hang on to that. Catch the ball with your hands. It's one of the tough things. Right here, number 47, watch him he's right behind Ken Dilger right there. Watch him appear out of your screen for the slant, right in his hands.
3rd down and goal from the 3. They're on their feet here in Cleveland. Manning, pump fake in the end zone, incomplete. And a flag. So they will at least have to do it over again.
Yeah, Court Fuller was getting his hands all over Marvin Harrison out there.
Pass interference, defense, number 24. Foul in the end zone. The ball is placed at the 1-yard line with an automatic first down.
So with 3 seconds to go.
And they're going to kick again and bring one of the best offenses off the field. You got 5 yards. Watch Court Fuller right here. The ball's in the air, and he's pushing Marvin Harrison, not letting him have a clear path to the ball. But that ball on the 1-yard line, once again, the Colts electing to kick the field goal, playing it conservatively. And the Browns call timeout. And if I'm the Browns, I don't know if I call timeout because it lets the Colts think about it a little longer. I would have just let them kick the field goal and taken it as a victory, give them the 3 points.
So interesting call for Jim Mora. You can go for the touchdown, but if you miss, you come up with no points.
Well, I still say you are the hottest team in professional football, and it kind of sends a message to your players. They had the other 4th and 1. They didn't go for it. Now they're down on the 1-yard line with a chance to score right here with 1 play before halftime. You want that intensity. You want those pressure situations for your offense going into the playoffs. You don't get a lot of opportunities to capitalize on those.
Now Steve Walsh is the holder. He's the backup quarterback.
Let's go for the fake.
And it's up and good. And that is the end of the first half of play. Peyton Manning, 13 of 22, 157 yards. Marvin Harrison, 5 catches, 76. Coming up, the NASDAQ halftime report with Jim Nantz.
Doctors pronounced him dead, but the government kept his brain alive and turned him into the ultimate secret weapon.
Did you just bite him?
I might have.
His body may belong to science.
I will tell you when and what you will do.
But his heart is his own.
I miss my wife and my daughter.
Put your family and friends out of your mind.
It's the show that's broken all the rules.
Oh my. Hi again.
And gotten viewers like you buzzing on the internet.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
Now is the time for Now and Again CBS Tuesday.
For Everybody Loves Raymond, the address is CBS.
He's got Marvin wide open. He's got it. Touchdown! Here's the snap. It's low. He comes up with it. He's going to be headed sack. Drops straight back. Now Bratsky breaks through. Bratsky's got him. They give us to the second back. Andrew James puts his head down. Keeps on driving. Touchdown! It's over! The Colts are going to the playoffs. The Colts have won the AFC East.
Growing up with a great family is a blessing for a child.
But thousands of kids across Indiana aren't that lucky.
That's why we're excited to be with Marsh, working together on the Payback Fund.
The future success of disadvantaged youth.
Providing leadership and growth opportunities.
To give all kids a fair chance.
Marsh proudly supports the Payback Foundation.
Together with Marsh,
we can all make a difference.
Isn't that right, kids?
Yeah!
I didn't mean you.
It was the holidays in Cellular Town. And all was not well.
What happened here?
It's the cellular, sir. The long distance bill. Sign a contract.
Here, the Sprint PCS free and clear plan gives you crystal clear calls for as little as a dime anytime.
Hey, Sprint PCS!
From anywhere in their nationwide network.
Hey, everybody!
300 anytime minutes for only $30, including free long distance.
happy holidays.
From all of us at Wish TV.
CBS Sports presentation of the NASDAQ Halftime Report is sponsored by the NASDAQ Stock Market.
Well, a little holiday surprise brewing there at the Brownies home field. Welcome to the NASDAQ Halftime Report. Jim Nantz with you from our NFL Today studios in New York. Cleveland leads it. Vanderjagt with the field goal last play of the half. Craig Randy and Jerry alongside. How about them Brownies today, huh?
Well, you know, Cleveland showed up to play physically right now. But just like they're going in the pass interference against Cleveland in the end zone, the receiver for the Colts had pushed him to the inside, and Peyton Manning not being sharp, he should have thrown the ball to the outside and he'd had a touchdown. Instead, they go for the field goal, and Vanderjagt puts it up.
Other stories brewing around the league include Buffalo and the Patriots. The Bills trying to get into the playoffs with a win and a loss by Miami or Seattle. And Doug Flutie, only 3 completions in the first half. Blustery conditions at Foxborough. But look at Thurman Thomas. Looks like Thurman of old here. He has 5 carries, 41 yards in the first half. Pete Carroll's team, though, has, again, shut down Flutie for the most part. And his team has registered a pair of sacks, including this one by Bruce Smith. All we have, Coach, so far, a field goal on each side.
But what's fun to watch is the New England Patriot defense. Nobody has told them that they're not going to the playoffs. You see a spirited defense. On offense, though, they're not reacting to the Buffalo Bills blitz, and Bledsoe's holding on that football, taking the sack.
Huge game at Tennessee. The story here, the quarterbacks, Mark Brunell, has been taken to the locker room with a sprained knee, and McNair's having his game of his career right now, Randy.
Well, Jacksonville needs to pour a little ice water on McNair if they want to get back in this game. Here he hits Michael Rowan for a touchdown. Cold quarterback Brunell standing on the sideline before he hurt that knee. But look at this play. You know you're on a roll when you get this to work for you. The defense, one of the best in the league, goes to sleep. Jackie Harris goes the long route for his 6 points. A guy that big shouldn't run that far for a score. Tom Coughlin knows that, but he knows also he's got a pretty decent offense. And then Fred Taylor takes it in there at that time to make it 17-7. And then Yancey Thigpen added a later touchdown to make it 24-7.
Yeah, 2-yard catch from McNair. And again, we're hearing now that they're examining Brunell. He's questionable for the rest of the game. Jay Fiedler will try to orchestrate the Jaguar offense the rest of the way. Cincinnati and Baltimore, both teams coming in having won 3 straight. The Ravens won a shootout 5 weeks back, 34-31. Low-scoring affair so far today.
And look at the concentration from Eric Barrett. That's a hard pass to catch. Made it 7-0. And the defense, we know they play well every weekend. Michael McCrary, his 10th sack of the season. Saragusa laying around trying to get a little limelight there. We're at number 98. But Brian Billick, he's got a well-rounded football team right now. Matt Stover kicks the 48-yard field goal. They've got the defense that's been playing, and now Tony Banks in the offense. This is a well-rounded football team.
Elsewhere, Carolina and Pittsburgh, an extra point to come for the Panthers. Berline has just hit Patrick Jeffers for the 2nd time today. The extra point is good. That's 23-20 now. Vikings with 2 short plunges for touchdowns by Leroy Horde, winning against the Giants, a game with all kinds of playoff implications. Cardinals, a pair of touchdown runs by Mario Bates, but the Falcons with 2 field goals to break open a 14-all tie. Morton Anderson has them in front 20-14. And the Rams, Kurt Warner, over 4,000 yards passing now on the season. And Marshall Faulk, look at his total yardage in the first half, 221 yards. Rams shutting down the Bears. We'll come back with a look at the NFL and Christmas in a moment.
CBS New Year's Eve starts with Dave's Millennium Show. Then Whitney Houston and Natalie Cole host Grammy's Greatest Performances. And join Will Smith live from D.C. with Trisha Yearwood, Tom Jones, and the world premiere of Spielberg's new movie.
Happy New Millennium.
America's Millennium, CBS New Year's Eve. Join host Dick Clark for the biggest game show ever to hit primetime. Winning Lines from the creators of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire starts Saturday, January 8th on CBS.
Oh man, that's holding.
What's so wrong with holding?
It's complicated, baby. That's holding!
Why do they call the Browns when their helmets are orange?
It's complicated.
He doesn't know either. Nobody's sealing off the backside. They're making all the wrong reads. Well, you gotta negotiate the safety. It's not that complicated.
Hey, Danny, listen. What's it mean to negotiate the safety?
Do you know what toughness is? Do you know what courage is? I thought I knew until my wife Stephanie showed me the real meaning in the battle with breast cancer. That's why the Browns organization and owner Al Lerner have teamed up with the United Way. Together, we can make a life-saving difference in the fight against cancer.
The NFL, the United Way, and you.
The power of teamwork.
CBS Sports presentation of the NASDAQ Halftime Report is sponsored by the NASDAQ Stock Market.
Welcome back to our New York studio, the NASDAQ Halftime Report. The playoffs aren't the only thing on the minds of NFL players during this holiday season. In what has become an annual tradition, players from around the league participate in NFL Holidays outreach programs.
Dallas Cowboys such as Tom Mylinski, Alonzo Spellman, and Emmitt Smith gave their time and some tenderness to young patients in children's hospitals in the Dallas area. Autographs were signed, spirits lifted, and special friendships made.
Well, I'm glad I met you today, buddy. Have a good day, okay?
And across the country, NFL players exchanged their jerseys for aprons, filling bags with holiday food, and fulfilling the Christmas prayers of the less fortunate in their communities. The Jaguars' Mark Brunell, Keenan McCardell, and Jimmy Smith, with Santa hats on their heads and the Christmas spirit in their hearts, attended a party for foster children. And in Detroit, the Lions sustained their most important drive of the season, a food drive to feed the hungry during the holidays.
Happy holidays to you. You're welcome. We chose to come down here and help these people out. And, you know, we may get more out of it than they do.
Some of the behind-the-scenes efforts that never make the headlines in your morning paper, but it's out there.
Well, anytime you're a player and you do something that involves family and kids, you've only got to do it once to know why you have to do this all the time, not just during the holidays. This has have to be an everyday event.
All right, well said. The NFL on CBS will continue in just a moment.
The address is CBS.
Get to Galleons and put your championship hat on.
This woman earned a bachelor's degree in chemistry and physics. She graduated with honors from medical school, did her residency at a leading Boston hospital, and is considered one of the top ophthalmologists in the region. But she doesn't know how to fulfill her dream of starting her own practice. That's okay. We do. At Union Planters, we realize there are things you know and things you don't. We can help with the things you don't.
When you're ready for a change, check out the 2000 Alero by Oldsmobile. Right now, you can lease the Alero GL for as low as $229 a month and get great offers on every other Oldsmobile. At your local Oldsmobile dealer. Start something.
To most folks, it's just rain. But to those who use Balance 2000 pre-herbicide for corn, it's the world's best weed control. Because with just a half-inch of rain, Balance 2000 recharges, providing your best shot at true one-pass weed control. The way we see it, it's your corn. But from now on, they're our weeds. Balance 2000.
Get to Galleons and put your championship hat on.
Join us on 1070 WIBC after the game for the best Colts coverage.
Welcome back to Cleveland. The Browns lead the Colts at halftime 14-13. Gus Johnson, Brent Jones, this Cleveland Browns squad playing hard football so far.
They really are. No pressure on the Browns. These guys have their cars all packed up. They're ready to bolt out of Cleveland, go home for the offseason because their bye is next week, so they're ready to play. They're just coming out playing hard this last game. The Colts are playing for something.
Let's take a look at the statistics from the first half of play.
You see the Colts, they're out gaining them total yards, more time of possession all across the board. but the Browns still have more points. And one of the problems that we mentioned early on, the Browns have really been outplayed in the second half this year. They haven't come out of that halftime preparation ready to play in the second half.
And the Browns, though, in that second half, as you mentioned, Brent, outscored 200-89.
I will say this, they did play a pretty complete game last week versus Jacksonville, playing with them till middle of the fourth quarter. And so they have a little confidence. Like I said, they're playing loose right now.
And the statistical leaders for the Browns in that first half of play, Detmer 10 of 19, 96 yards, that 28-yard touchdown to Darren Shiverini. Abdul-Jabbar, 7 carries, close to 30 yards rushing, and Shiverini with the 3 catches, 440 yards. Peyton Manning, how's he played in the first half?
Well, he's played solid. He missed that one pass to Ken Dilger he'd love to have back. He had Dilger right down the seam. All I had to do was lay it up over the linebackers, and it was going to be an easy walk-in touchdown. But he threw it a little bit behind him, and love to have that one back. I'm a little surprised that the Colts, with Jacksonville losing, they didn't go for a 4th and 1 earlier, elected to kick a field goal, and then right there before the half on the 1-yard line elected to kick a field goal again. Their best chance is to score some points today and get this playoff tiebreaker in their favor.
Do you think on the Colts sideline they know that Jacksonville's losing?
Everybody always knows what's going on around the league.
Even during the game?
Even during the game.
And a penalty. So the Browns will get great field position at the 40-yard line.
When you hate to see that as a coach. Opening kickoff and kick it right out of bounds. That's a big momentum swing. That's a nice start.
And Kite is really getting chewed out by Jim Mora. He is a kickoff specialist, picked up week 5. Vanderjagt unable to really put the ball in the end zone, so they pick up Kite. His sole job is to kick the ball into the end zone, and he costs his team field position there. First down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Detmer hands the ball off. Abdul-Jabbar knocks it outside with running room. Flag on the play. Abdul-Jabbar dragged down inside the 25. Chad Cota with the tackle, but there's a flag at the 47. And it's against Cleveland.
Well, there was a great push up front by the Cleveland offensive line. Talked earlier, they haven't got much push this year. I don't know if Jabbar ever got touch going through the line.
Holding, offense number 82. 10-yard penalty remains. First down.
Irv Smith, the tight end.
Tight ends don't hold. Watch Irv Smith, number 82. And it's a double team. You got your hands inside, you know, and he's got his face mask, and that's what he could have called. And Irv Smith's got to get his hands out of there. You see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar breaking down the sideline, not even getting touched till about the 27-yard line. And Irv Smith had a good block going. He just got his hands into the face mask.
He was holding Bernard Whittington.
Holding his face mask.
First down and 20. Detmer steps up, dumps it off. Edwards catches it on the run. Mark Edwards, the fullback, down to the 45. Great play by Detmer. Great catch by Edwards. A gain of 25.
Mark Edwards able to catch the ball out of the backfield, which is a huge plus for a fullback. Nice to have a fullback with hands. You see Detmer step up, make a play out of it. Now watch, Mark Edwards is tough to bring down with just one man. Jason Belzer, nope. He just runs right through him like he wasn't even there.
And that was a tough throw, Brent.
That's a real tough throw.
Mark Edwards, 3rd year out of Notre Dame.
And what Jim Moore is probably saying is he thinks Ty Detmer was over the line of scrimmage.
Indianapolis has challenged the ruling on the field that the quarterback was not beyond the line when he threw the ball.
So it is officially challenged.
And usually the referees are right on that. We'll get a chance to look at it.
The line of scrimmage, the 30-yard line.
And it's right when the ball releases. Let's see. Here's the 30-yard line right here. Well, that's not that great. There you go. That's the line of scrimmage right on the 30. Let's see right where his arm is when the ball is released. Running up, stepping, starting to throw. Boy, he's right on it. It's going to be awful close. There's the step behind. It doesn't look like he steps over, though, until he releases the ball. And here's a great angle right here. Here's the line of scrimmage right there at the 30. Now let's see where... Now his arm is definitely over. His feet, where the ball and his arm were over the line of scrimmage. And I think they might bring that one back. When they see that great angle that we just saw.
What do you think about the replay system so far? Brent.
And actually, I think the official rule is the whole body and the ball have to be across the line. And while the ball was across the line, Ty Detmer's whole body is not across the line. Just his arm and the ball were. And once that ball came out, we're going to get our answer right here.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands the quarterback was not beyond the line. Indianapolis is charged a timeout. Timeout, Indianapolis.
And you're going to see his arm and the ball over the line of scrimmage, but not his whole body. And it only took 27 seconds. And Gus, I like the replay system. It's not perfect. It's just used as a tool. It's really in place to overturn that big play that's tough to call, that could go either way. And while it hasn't been perfect this year, I think the officials have done a solid job.
Instant replays. So far, 49 overturned. So because Indianapolis challenged the play, they have lost the timeout because it was not overruled.
And this whole situation started with Danny Kite kicking the ball out of bounds to start the second half.
And Cleveland got the ball at the 40-yard line. First down and 10 from the 45. Chiaverini, the motion man. Here comes a blitz. Picked up. Abdul-Jabbar. More running room. And this Cleveland Browns offensive line, they've been firing off the ball the entire game.
They really have, and that's one of the things that this Colts defense is going to have to address come playoff time. That zone blitz allows for big holes. Watch 71, Jim Pine pushed this guy right by the play, allowing Abdul-Jabbar to get on up 6 or 7 yards before first contact.
Also, Orlando Bobo, 2nd and 4 from the 39. Abdul-Jabbar again to the 30. First down. That time, Rayburn with a great block. Gain of 9.
And watch this push. Arrows, arrows, arrows. We got guys coming off, making things happen. Watch where Abdul-Jabbar's first contact is. Got Chiaverini coming in blocking the safety. Abdul-Jabbar doesn't get hit for 6 or 7 yards.
9 carries, 43 yards, first down from the Indianapolis 30. Play action. Detmer underneath, wide open. Irv Smith dragged down at the 14. Chad Cota with the tackle, but it's a gain of 16 yards.
And that's what happens when you got a lot of success running the ball, those big holes. All of a sudden, the play action starts working. Linebackers suck up, go the other way. Irv Smith does a nice job not going all the way across the field. You see him come across. He didn't run into coverage. He stopped right there, found the hole. Ty Detmer puts it right on him.
First down from the Colts 14 for Cleveland. Abdul-Jabbar again. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar down to the 9. Make it the 10. Another good block. This time, Orlando Bobo, number 74.
This Cleveland Browns offensive line is doing something today that they have not done all season, and that's control the line of scrimmage. That's got to be worrisome for this defensive team of the Colts here heading down the stretch and into the playoffs.
Gain 4 yards, second down, 6 from the 10. Edwards, Abdul-Jabbar out of the offset eye. Now Chiaverini. Here comes a blitz. Abdul-Jabbar over the right side. And he lowers his head and goes down at the 7. Make it the 8. Tony Blevins, left corner, comes up and makes the tackle.
Colts have been getting better run support outside, but they haven't got a lot inside. Cleveland's got to keep pounding it right up inside when you have those 6-7 yard gainers going right at a team and getting the type of push that you're getting. You got to just stick with it.
Brings up 3rd down and 4 from the 8. 4 of 7 on 3rd down conversions today. They need to get to the 5-yard line. Detmer sidesteps. He's got room. He's got a first down. He's got a touchdown. Touchdown run. Ty Detmer, the extra point, good. The Cleveland Browns lead it 21-13.
And watch Ty Detmer, right when he breaks the pocket, there's no contain. All the guys are inside. He knows right now he's going to run. Watch him come up here. You can see him go right in with number 44, Edwards, blocking Cota out of the screen.
Get your hands up! Get your hands up!
Detroit was last night.
Want to get away? Now you can. Fly Southwest Airlines coast to coast for $99 or less when you purchase tickets by February 2nd and travel Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday.
You are now free to move about the country.
Sorry. Not enough. No, still short.
For the great taste that will fill you up and never let you down.
Paper or plastic? Paper.
Make it a Bud Light.
Guys, need a receipt?
This is our art. We sculpt in metal, paint in G-forces. You won't find our work in museums, for we are artists of the streets. Our art places form in harmony with function, moves body and soul. Cars are our passion. Engineering is our art. Acura.
You haven't seen the future until you see the next 48 hours. Join the CBS Galaxy of Stars on the brink of a new millennium. 48 Hours Thursday.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Browns up 21-13. They send it away. Wilkins from the 15-yard line. And Wilkins up to the 30-yard line. A return of 16 yards. So the Cleveland Browns leading it on the 8-yard touchdown.
6 weeks before one of the biggest games of my life, I felt a strange pain in my chest. What my doctor found was my toughest opponent yet. 3 of my arteries were more than 90% blocked. After recovering from surgery, lowering my high cholesterol became more important than football. Later, I was fortunate enough to coach my team in the biggest game of the season. That's the kind of play we need! Along with a healthy diet and regular exercise, taking Zocor every day helps significantly lower my total cholesterol.
Zocor is a prescription medication and is not right for everyone, including women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant, or people with liver problems. Your doctor may do blood tests to check for liver problems. Because serious side effects can result, tell your doctor about any muscle pain or weakness you experience while on Zocor and about any medicines you are taking.
When diet and exercise are not enough, talk to your doctor about Zocor. Take care of yourself. It's your future. Be there.
ask, do you work well under pressure? Try not to laugh.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl. The United States Army, be all you can be. And by Zocor. Talk to your doctor about Zocor today.
Welcome back to Cleveland Browns Stadium. The scoring drive, 7 plays, 60 yards, 8-yard touchdown run, the longest touchdown run of the season for the Cleveland Browns by Detmer. First down 10 from the 31. Here's Manning underneath, and Dilger with the catch at the 45-yard line. Marquez Pope with the tackle. Another good catch by Dilger. That one thrown behind him too, Brent.
They're going to actually just run Ken Dilger down the seam again, Gus. He's been open 3 or 4 times down there today. You see just a little bit behind him over the outstretched linebacker's hands. Nice catch by Ken Dilger, staying with it just a little bit behind him. But that seam route has really been open. The Browns are going to have to start covering the big tight end down the middle.
Dilger came into the game with 31 catches on the year. And his backup, Marcus Pollard, has 30. He's got 3 catches today.
And Colonnay looked like he jumped to me, and he's trying to say it's the Colts offensive line. We're going to see who wins.
Neutral zone infraction, defense number 93, which caused the offense to move. It's a 5-yard penalty. It remains first down.
Stalin Colonnay.
And you're going to see Stalin Colonnay right here get out just a little bit too early, jump off, cause the Colts offensive line to flinch. Can't do that.
The penalties, 5 against the Browns today for 27 yards. First down and 5 for Indianapolis. Manning, slant, Harrison, catch, and he's wrapped up at the 29 by Marquez Pope. Now, Ty Detmer's brother, Coy, got his first start of the season last week for Philadelphia. This is how Coy celebrates when he throws a touchdown. It's called spanking the opponent. He takes out his belt and gives him a spanking. Well, here's his older brother, Ty Detmer. More traditional. He just kind of throws it into the stands.
No spanking for Ty.
Andrew James, big opening. And the edge spins inside the 20. Those are the 17-yard line.
Those are 4 words that we haven't heard today. Edgerrin James, big opening. Colts offensive line not getting a lot of push, but getting a lot of penetration by this Cleveland Browns defense. And look at Tennessee running away with that Jacksonville game.
Mark Brunell out of that game with a sprained knee. Jay Fiedler, the backup, has replaced him. First down 10 from the 18-yard line.
And so it looks like that net points in conference games might end up being the tiebreaker if the Colts can hang on and win today.
Andrew James running, smelling the end zone and down inside the 5.
And that's what's great about Edgerrin James. He does not give up. He keeps those legs churning. Watch Dilger, 85, get outside on the combo block. Goes from the tackle to up to the linebacker, getting a good push. And when you have Edgerrin James versus defensive backs, Edgerrin James usually wins that matchup.
A gain of 15 yards. James, 17 carries for 57 so far. First down goal from the 3.
How about a little play action to one of the big tight ends down here?
Shovel pass, Edgerrin James towards the end zone. And he's down at the 1-yard line, make it the 1-inch line. Darius Holland kept him out of the end zone.
Now, usually shovel passes are pretty easy going, pretty conservative. Watch number 94, Derek Alexander's right there. He almost gets his hand on it. Edgerrin James have to haul that thing in and bounce it down inside the 1.
Second down goal. James slips straight ahead. Touchdown. Edgerrin James slipped coming out of his stance and somehow managed to plow straight ahead.
And you know, that field between the numbers down there is dirt that's painted green to fool everybody at home, but it's just a bunch of green dirt down there. And it's tough footing. Watch Edgerrin James take that first step and slide right out. Catches himself, great balance, great wherewithal to hang onto that ball and bounce it in there.
James following his blocks, and the Colts will go for 2.
Yeah, no doubt about it, going for 2 to tie the game. Nobody tries to stay behind by 1 point at this point in the game.
E.G. Green, Harrison at the bottom of your screen. Harrison in the slot. Wilkins at the top of your screen. Edgerrin James, the lone setback. Here's the edge. And he won't get in. Great looking play. Number 20, Earl Little. And Jameer Miller as well.
And Jameer Miller getting that penetration right now. Caused Edgerrin James to switch directions. Earl Little coming in and wrapping him up. Watch 95. Jameer Miller get pressure up and in. Get his arm around him. Earl Little takes him low. Jameer Miller high.
21-19 Cleveland.
Here's your regular homepage. Here's i1.com. It's free. You use it like Yahoo, Lycos, or other search engines. Only i1.com gives away $10,000 every day, $1 million a month, and $10 million on tax day. Which one would you choose?
$10 million with no strings attached?
Yep.
It's a good thing she didn't know about this last year.
Introducing i1.com. Why wouldn't you?
I just retired with a fair amount of money in my 401k, but the problem was it was all over the place. We sat down, we discussed an enormous amount of things. It's like telling your doctor almost. This is my personal financial plan. This is actually my playbook. I know exactly where I'm going with everything. It's got my current financial position, where my investments are, life insurance, education planning, retirement planning, planning for estate and taxes. Essentially, this book covers my whole life. I mean, it really is a game plan.
My driving test kind of got off to a bad start.
On calls like this, you want to talk a while. That's why it's always a good idea to dial 10-10-321.
Well, I thought I was in first.
With 10-10-321, you save 50% on calls over 10 minutes. Now, that's just 8 cents a minute, day or night.
I was supposed to turn on the blinker.
And no monthly fees. And that 50% off, you can go on and on and on.
So finally, I pull out of the parking space.
Talk as long as you want with 10-10-321.
Together through the United Way, we can lead our communities on their journey to success.
The NFL, the United Way, and you, the power of teamwork.
You are watching CBS Sports.
Olaf Babel has a second free.
Home of the Masters.
And welcome back to Cleveland Browns Stadium, the Colts and the Browns. And in here in the second half, Ty Detmer got the Browns going with an 8-yard touchdown run, but Edgerrin James came back with a 1-yard plunge of his own. And the Browns lead it 21-19. Terry Kirby from the 5-yard line. And Kirby tiptoes over the 20 up to the 24. A return of 19. Back to Cleveland after this.
In the name of progress, man has given up more and more control to the machines of his own creation. Perhaps it is time to take some of it back. The thoroughly exhilarating TL with 5-speed sequential sport shift from Acura.
2 large double cheese.
It's about time. I'm starving.
Whoa, that can't be cable.
It's DirecTV. You get all your favorite cable channels.
Compel!
And it's the only service that gives you access to every pro and college sports subscription.
Donuts!
Plus now, you get 2 free months of 32 premium movie channels, including 7 HBO, 4 Stars, and 5 Showtime channels with no long-term commitments. DirecTV. What are you looking at? Okay, wait the remote.
Hello?
Stewart, so you're Abigail's special friend from the office.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, Stuart, what are your plans for the future?
Well, I wouldn't mind living here.
No, what's your passion, Stuart?
I like to trade online. You ever heard of Ameritrade?
I'm a stockbroker's son.
Dad, he only pays $8 a trade.
Give a kid a computer and he thinks he can beat the market.
I don't want to beat the market. I want to grab it, sock it in the gut a couple times, turn it upside down, hold it by the pants, shake them out till all those pockets empty, all that spare change. Let's see.
Ameritrade. Call now.
This week, Dave's counting down to an all-new Millennium Late Show in prime time. It's an all-new Late Show this New Year's Eve. And Monday, don't miss Matt Damon.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Ameritrade, the way to trade, period. And by DirecTV. What are you looking at?
Log on to NFL.com and vote for the NFL Player of the Century. Who is your pick? Vote now, NFL.com. Who's your pick, Brent?
You know my pick.
That would be Joe Montana.
That's exactly right.
My pick played here in Cleveland, Jim Brown.
You know, we've argued about this before.
Actually, the entire season.
Yes. Jim Brown played against a lesser level of players on the defense.
But as I tell you all the time, you can't penalize Jim Brown for playing against a lesser opponent. There's guys like Lou Groza and company.
Lou the Toe.
All-time leading rusher. They played less games, and he retired after only 8 seasons.
4 Super Bowl rings for number 16.
Second down and 8 from the 26. And on that play, the Browns wish that Jim Brown was carrying the ball. Michael Barber with the tackle. Tuesday on CBS, a medical miracle gave him a new identity. The only catch, he could never tell the family he left behind. This is your chance to see Now and Again on a special day and time. Tuesday, 10 p.m., 9 Central, CBS. Third down 9 for Cleveland from their own 25. They're 5 of 8 on third down conversions. 4-receiver package. Detmer out of the shotgun. And Detmer steps up. All day to throw. Got it away. Incomplete. Shiverini almost had it, and Detmer got waxed in the backfield.
He did. Mark Thomas, after so much time, was coming around there. Watch Detmer. He steps up, and he knows that at this much time he's going to get whacked. Got the ball just in time. Took a big shot on the side. It gives Mark Thomas a little slap in the face. Nice hit, big guy. Mark Thomas, defensive end for the Colts, been getting a lot of pressure on quarterbacks this year. That's been a big part of their defensive pressure.
Wilkins stands at the 30-yard line. Ardaki low, spiraling punt. Wilkins will return it at the 25. And Wilkins lost it! Out of bounds. Hit on the play by James Williams, number 90, and he really cleaned his clock.
And James Williams can hit you.
Take a look. Williams. And the Colts almost turn it over.
Elevator to lobby. By George.
Contacts, $320. Treadmill, $800. Wonder Bra, $26. Facelift, $3,000. Being happy with who you are, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Happily accepted most everywhere.
Look at that. So beautiful. Bellissimo. Be gentle. Hold it like this. Do not rush. Enjoy every moment. Ah, the onion. Such a beautiful thing.
Got to admit, it's getting better.
Philips High Definition TV. As real as it gets.
Second green champion. What a journey it's been for Serena. Andre Agassi is back.
Here comes the blitz. Well picked up. Here comes Vic with running room again.
Biggio going with a 6-iron, and this is looking awfully good. Got a chance. Oh, yes. Out to the 35 with a stiff arm and down at the 43.
Nobody should be that good. CBS Sports. It's where you want to be.
Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern, CBS rocks with the Wells Fargo Sun Bowl. It'll be Ruben Drones and the Ducks' high-octane offense against Tyrone Carter and the Golden Gophers' rock-hard defense. Live from El Paso, Oregon versus Minnesota. Ruben Drones. First down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Colts have scored on their last 3 drives, 2 field goals and a touchdown. Manning to the sideline, incomplete. And the offensive leaders, these 3 men going to the Pro Bowl. And the numbers on Manning: James with 58 yards rushing, and Marvin Harrison closing in on his 9th 100-yard game. So Peyton Manning, second down 10 from the 39. Edgerrin James, stop and start, gets over the 40.
And I think the most surprising thing about those statistics that you just showed, who would have said well into the 3rd quarter Peyton Manning wouldn't have a touchdown pass?
He's gone 27 straight games with at least 1 touchdown pass. Does not have one yet. Just a great scene here in Cleveland. 2 wins the entire season. They have not won a home game. Day after Christmas, still rooting on the hometown Browns. Manning fires incomplete. That ball skips to E.G. Green on 3rd and 6.
Peyton Manning frustrated with himself. Had time to step up, step into the throw. ISO on E.G. Green, little push off, little hand checking going on. See the ball just come in and bounce a yard before him. Maybe this cold weather is affecting Peyton Manning and the Colts offense. It sure haven't been as crisp and sharp as we have seen them this year.
Johnson back deep, standing at the 18-yard line. Here's the punt, wobbly, long, and Johnson catches it at the 10-yard line. Wind really starting to pick up here in Cleveland. Peyton Manning on the sideline. Frustrating day. Tune in to CBS Thursday night at 8 p.m. 7 Central for the history of CBS Sports as the athletes and coaches relive the greatest moments in sports history as captured by our cameras and microphones. That's Thursday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, right here on CBS. First down and 10 from the 10 for the Browns. Leading at 21-19. Abdul-Jabbar over the right side. Burst of speed, gets close to the 30-yard line.
Some running room outside. You're going to see the push this time following his fullback, number 44, Mark Edwards, getting up into the line of scrimmage. Get ahead on the linebacker. See Mark Edwards driving the linebacker downfield. Abdul-Jabbar getting right upfield there. Getting some big yards. And he's had some big yards today.
59 yards rushing. Second down. They need 1.
Number 8 Haynes, second down.
James Dirth, the tight end there, just getting off the snap count too quick, going right into Chad Bratsky.
Bratsky with 12 sacks, had 3 last week against Washington, not going to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, that's a crime. He had
Certainly
a Pro Bowl year. Absolutely.
However, has not had a sack away from the RCA Dome the entire year. Down the sideline. Kevin Johnson, great catch at the 40. One-hand grab.
Kevin Johnson, and Tyrone Poole turned around and looked at him and said, I can't believe he made that catch. Watch Kevin Johnson, the rookie, go up, over with one hand and hang on to it and pull it in. It's one thing to grab it, but to actually pull it in and keep possession. And we've talked about what an amazing rookie this is. What I think is the steal in the draft this last year.
Here's the run, Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem to the 40. A gain of 21. And that offensive line really having an outstanding game.
Of course, missing their 2 starting tackles from the beginning of the year. Watch this high end zone shot. Abdul-Jabbar getting on up. Edwards getting some. Pine getting some. Bobo hats on people. Jason Bells are not able to lasso Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he's going. When you're getting 6 and 7 yards without anybody touching you like Emmitt Smith used to do with the Cowboys' old offensive line, you've got trouble on the defensive side of the ball.
Detmer sets up, and it's caught. Kirby spins. Look at him run. Out of bounds. And that ball was not intended for Terry Kirby.
Terry Kirby saying, hey, you're not going to throw it to me. I'm going to go intercept it from my own teammate. Ty Detmer was throwing the ball outside to Kevin Johnson. Watch Terry Kirby coming out of the backfield right here. Detmer looks once to the left, throws it back to the right. Kirby right here sticks his hand up. There's Kevin Johnson where the ball's going. Kirby sticks his hand right up into the route and steals the ball. You got to respect that.
Edwards going north and south. Lowers his shoulder. Still rumbling inside the 5. How about the Browns? A gain of 28.
And I told you, when Mark Edwards gets a full head of steam, one player can't tackle him. He's a bowling ball out there. Watch him cut back across the grain right here. Now he goes north and south, just like you said, Gus. Jason Bells with the safety. Whack! That's an offensive guy delivering a blow. Here's Ty Detmer. He doesn't need to go for the spank like his brother Coy. Just gives the old arm pump. Nice and cool. He's the older brother. He's got to be more mature.
First down and goal from the Indianapolis 4-yard line. Draw play, Abdul-Jabbar. And he's downed at the 1. Almost got in there.
Here's a ground level shot. Watch Kareem Abdul-Jabbar get it on up in there. Then all of a sudden his linemen want to start pushing the pile. Scott Rayburg pushing him forward. Get down there. Down to about the half-yard line. And I am just shocked that this Cleveland Browns offensive line has opened up these big holes today versus the Colts.
Second down goal from the 1. Double tight ends out of the eye. Kirby. No signal.
That's got to be in.
Touchdown.
And here's Terry Kirby. Little step, jab step, trips back over the line, right over one of his players, well into the end zone. I don't know what took so long. It was obvious touchdown right now.
Terry Kirby, 1-yard run, extra point. Dawson is good. 11 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter of play. And the Cleveland Browns lead the Indianapolis Colts 28-19. The Colts have won 10 straight. And the Browns are really jabbing them right now.
And what a huge drive. 90 yards, taken off more than 4 minutes. And that is just sticking it in the Indianapolis Colts defense face.
And look at this man. You think he's happy?
He's got something to cheer about.
Look at these fans, some of the greatest fans in the National Football League.
And Cleveland has not won a game yet this year in this stadium. These fans are fired up looking for that first win, as improbable as it would be against the Indianapolis Colts. And it just goes to show you how you can play when you play loose. You have nothing to lose. Your season's over.
7 seconds remaining, third quarter, 28-19 Cleveland. Meantime, Tennessee has gone up 31-7 over Jacksonville in Nashville. Mark Brunell out of the game, sprained knee.
Yeah, no Brunell, no chance.
Dawson sends it away. Wilkins from the 6. Wilkins dropped at the 22. A 17-yard return. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score. The Cleveland Browns 1 quarter away from their first home win of the season. They lead 28-19. We'll return right after this message and a word from your local station.
America celebrates film legend Sean Connery and musical genius Stevie Wonder when the stars turn out for a night of spectacular performances. The Kennedy Center Honors, CBS Wednesday.
For the King of Queens, the address is CBS Monday.
Growing up with a great family is a blessing for a child.
But thousands of kids across Indiana aren't that lucky. That's why we're excited to be with Marsh, working together on the Payback Foundation.
A group dedicated to helping the future success of disadvantaged youth.
Providing leadership and growth opportunities to give all kids a fair chance.
Marsh proudly supports the Payback Foundation.
Together with Marsh,
we can all make a difference. Isn't that right, kids? Yeah! I didn't mean you.
Throughout the 1900s, Ford has made automotive history countless times. And to close out the century, we're doing it again. It's the 20th Century Clearance from Ford. The final days of the biggest automotive sales event in history. Your last chance to get the deal of the century on everything in stock. Save big with financing as low as 0.9 or up to $1,500 cash back. Deals this good come around once a century. So visit your Indiana Ford store today. When the century clearance ends, it's history.
It was the holidays in Cellular Town. And all was not well.
What happened here?
It's the cellular, sir. The long distance bill. Sign a contract.
Here. The Sprint PCS free and clear plan gives you crystal clear calls for as little as a dime anytime.
Hey, Sprint PCS!
From anywhere in their nationwide network.
Hey, everybody!
300 anytime minutes for only $30, including free long distance.
Happy holidays.
From all of us at Wish TV.
Down 28-19. They have it at their own 23. Manning underneath, caught by Harrison, and he is wrapped up at the 27-yard line by Lenoy Jones. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar having a great game rushing the football. And check out this statistic. They have 134 yards rushing as we begin the fourth quarter. Their previous high this entire season, back in October, 113 against Jacksonville.
A lot of push up from that revamped offensive line. Orlando Brown out.
2nd and 4 from the 29. Edgerrin James. And James knocked backwards. Jameer Miller with the tackle, along with Lenoy Jones. But he crosses the 30-yard line. And the scoring by quarters. Browns got off first, 7-0. Then the Colts scored 13 in the second quarter. And third quarter scoring in the favor of the Browns, 14-6. Indianapolis, they have already won the East in the AFC. But this would be a huge upset. Jacksonville trailing Tennessee. So far, Jacksonville with the home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And Harrison at the 40-yard line goes down.
The Colts have run that play out to Harrison a couple times now with Ken Dilger running down the seam. And we said earlier in this game, he'd been open 3 or 4 times and hit him once, missed him once. You might see him go back to the big tight end, getting down the middle, because it's going to be there here eventually.
Marvin Harrison, 9 catches, 111 yards, his 9th 100-yard game of the season. He's already gone over 100 receptions for the year. 25th man to do that in NFL history. 2nd and 4. Underneath, thrown low. Intended for Harrison.
And the wind is really swirling around down there. Peyton Manning's accuracy hasn't been what it has been all year. Ball floating him on him just a little bit. You see the wind blowing. It really starts picking up and swirling around down on that field.
Brings up 3rd and 4. Out of the pocket, looking for the first down, has it, lost it, out of bounds. At midfield and a first down, Marquez Pope drilling it.
And Peyton Manning took his 5-step drop, recognized the blitz, and he got out of the pocket right now. You're going to see he steps back 2-3 steps using the shotgun and just took off running. Right now just had to beat Ryan McNeil for the first down. Look, does a nice job of just batting the ball out of bounds. He knew it was up in the air, and he wasn't going to get a great shot. Just bat it out. Still your ball. Great heads-up play by the big quarterback.
He gained 9. 1st and 10 from the 49 for the Colts. Manning to the sideline, scooped up nicely. Harrison makes the grab about 6 inches shy of the first down.
And we've talked a couple times about the chemistry between Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning throwing the ball before Marvin Harrison even comes out of his break. Marvin Harrison, one of the toughest catches in football, reaching down and catching the ball 6 inches off the ground with your hands.
These guys, Harrison, James, Manning, have a great work ethic. 3 young players, but they work extremely hard. Edgerrin James running the football, and he gets to the 34-yard line. I'll take a look earlier today. About 11 o'clock this morning, maybe even a little earlier. Peyton Manning, 11:04 to be exact, on the field, and he has his buddies with him. Edgerrin James, Marvin Harrison, they're playing pitch and catch. Nobody else on the field from either team.
And we've covered a lot of games this year. There's not one NFL starting quarterback that does that. Not one.
1st and 10 from the 34. Wilkins coming across the middle. Wilkins still running. Terrence Wilkins to the 19. Corey Fuller with the tackle. And what is that formation called?
Well, they're running that quick screen outside to Terrence Wilkins, and actually the key is to have somebody come out and block his man. Watch Edgerrin James coming out of the backfield, get a block out here on Wilkins' guy. You see, actually he's up on the safety. The wide receiver goes to the corner, so all the people in coverage are picked up. Wilkins has some room to run, and he's made some big plays this year when he's had room to run.
Football's version of the pick and roll. Colts in the red zone. From the 20. Manning under pressure. Gilder with the reception. And look at the yards after contact. He gets inside the 10 and picks up a first down, a gain of 12. And Dilger is hurt.
So is Marquez Pope, who initially made contact with Ken Dilger. Ken Dilger gave him a little ride. Just running a little quick out route. Turns his head around. Nice job adjusting to the ball. Delivers the blow to Marquez Pope. A little stiff arm. And they get their legs caught up. Theory jumping on top of them. Both guys down.
Timeout on the field. Back to Cleveland after this.
A company most people never heard of is changing the way we fight cancer and kidney failure. By inducing the body to produce blood cells, chemotherapy and anemia patients are gaining new strength. Helping to grow blood cells helped Amgen become the world's largest biotech company. Where do you learn about companies with such pioneering spirit? Exactly. NASDAQ, the stock market for a digital world.
Mikowski.
Hey, Coach.
You've been traded.
Really?
Turn in your playbook.
You got a case of Michelob Light for my going away party.
Not exactly. That's what we traded you for.
Michelob Light has a smooth, satisfying taste you won't find in an ordinary light beer.
Smith is leading the league in sacks. I bet we can get 2 cases for him.
He's out of here. Beer or Michelob Light.
The new 2000 Ford Taurus with the advanced personal safety system.
Walter Matthau, Carol Burnett, and John Stamos.
You and I are getting married.
Bet you say that to all the girls.
The Marriage Fool, CBS tonight.
Marquez Pope trying to get Ken Dilger down any way he can. Watch him trip Ken Dilger, and Dilger gets his knee caught up, twists his knee, ended up lipping off the field. Hopefully he's okay.
First down and goal from the 8. Manning, quick strike, and Pollard knocked down at the 2-yard line. Ken Dilger, 4 catches, 56 yards. Looks like he also may have been clotheslined at the end of the play.
John Theory jumping on the pile at the end of the play there. Trying to get a little neck stinger on top of banging up his knee.
Second and goal from the 2. 11th play of the drive. Manning with no touchdown passes today. Straight ahead, touchdown there though. Edger and James.
Going straight. And did you see Peyton Manning before that play started? He was showing his lineman who to block. He was telling the wide receiver where to go, and he showed Edger and James which hole to run in. Directing the whole. That's called directing the whole attack. Line getting some push. Edger and James is putting his head down, 216 pounds, running straight ahead down there and leaning forward. We talked about that forward lean. Looks like Edger and James, when he runs the ball, is always running downhill.
Edger and James, 3 touchdowns today. 77 yards rushing. Vanderjagt, extra point is good. 9:54 to go in the 4th quarter. Browns lead the Colts 28-26.
Pentium 3 processor owners, we designed a website just for you. Intel's Web Outfitter Service. Everything you need for a great internet experience. Rock with your favorite bands for live concert webcasts. Share family adventures. Explore the tallest mountains in the world. Live your life on the web to the fullest. Intel's Web Outfitter Service. Get it now. Free at Intel.com.
In our family, men lose their hair early.
Thank you.
So I've been using Rogaine for about 2 years now, and I don't see any difference. And that's the idea. You keep the hair you have. Look, I love my dad. I'm just not in a rush to look like him. Rogaine. It's stronger than heredity.
The easiest just got easier. Introducing America Online New Version 5.0 with all new features so it's easier to stay in touch and easier to get started. AOL New Version 5.0. So easy to use, no wonder it's #1. Call now and we'll sign you up right over the phone.
We spend a lot of time with our financial planner looking at the different scenarios. If I'm not around, if Yvette's not around, if we've lost our jobs.
Oh, new baby comes.
Our new baby comes along. The financial planner is really a good tool for us to help us get to where we like to be. You have one person who can answer all your questions. And if he doesn't know the answer, then he can turn to one of the professionals at Prudential and get the answer for us.
He knows exactly what we want and how to get it, and he's making sure that we follow the plan.
Right, but the control stays with us.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Subway, the way a sandwich should be. Prudential, your rock-solid choice for insurance, investments, real estate, and financial services. And by Rogaine Extra Strength for Men.
Watch number 78, Tarek Glenn, getting a good block on Stalin Colonnade. Blocking his own man, left guard Steve McKinney as well. Getting the push up in there for Edger and James. And you talk about getting robbed for not making the Pro Bowl, Tarek Glenn. That man, number 78, out of the University of California. That is a crime that he didn't make the Pro Bowl. The anchor of the best offensive line in professional football this year. How can none of those Colts offensive linemen make the Pro Bowl?
That was amazing. Peyton Manning's team down now, 28-26, 9:54 to go in the 4th quarter. But the Browns have had an answer for Indianapolis all day. This a short kick picked up at the 15. Terry Kirby up to the 26-yard line.
sub from Subway.
And no bacon in my section.
Eat your way into the new millennium with delicious 6-foot party subs and party platters from Subway.
4, 3, 2. Oh well, 'tis always the next millennium.
Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
I will not forget that I have long-term responsibilities.
I won't let panic triumph over reason. I'll stay the course when everyone else says the sky is falling.
The stock market moves up and down, sometimes dramatically. In my 30-year career, the stock market's gone up over 10-fold. But in that same time period, it's had 14 drops of 10% or more. Stay the course. That's what I've always done.
For more information on Fidelity funds with a history of solid performance, visit Fidelity.com.
$69.99.
What are you looking at, cable? Shh, it's just getting good.
3 minutes a week.
Ah, DirecTV. Hi, everybody. This is Jim. Look, DirecTV's got all your favorite cable channels. Plus, now you get 2 free months of 32 premium movie channels, including 7 HBO, 4 Stars, and 5 Showtime channels with no long-term commitment. DirecTV. What are you looking at?
Okay, sweetie pie, let's see what you got. Oh, come on. You got to do better than that. Come on now. You got to rotate. Come on, Parnevik. Is that all you got? Suck it up.
Not enough?
Yeah, that's good.
The eternally young-looking Carmen Policy on the left, Al Lerner, the owner of the Browns, on the right.
So far, so good with their team. Depth, incomplete, dangerous play.
Had a chance to meet Al Lerner a couple weeks ago. You know what I like about Al Lerner?
What'd you like about him?
He is not patient. He wants to win right now.
He is definitely not patient.
And I guarantee you the man on his left right there is not patient either. Carmen Policy. And they had a good draft this last year. A couple steals. I love the pick of Kevin Johnson. Of course, Tim Couch. Got some players on defense. They're going to have 13 picks this upcoming year.
Abdul-Jabbar running the football. Let's talk about the draft a little bit.
Well, how about the first thing is if the Browns keep playing well and they win today, they might play themselves out of that #1 pick. And how about the Saints? That Saints thing last year was unbelievable with Mike Ditka trading away the whole draft for Ricky Williams. Said they were one player away. They're one player away from losing all their games this year. Washington. How about Washington yesterday? Were they rooting for the Cowboys or rooting for the Saints? Were they rooting for the team within their division or rooting for the #1 pick?
3rd and 7 from the 29. Detmer. Complete to Irv Smith, but he's short of the first down. Jason Belzer with the tackle.
And that's one of those first down things I talked about earlier in the game. It's 3rd and 7. Run a 7-yard route. Don't run a 3-yard route because your quarterback's got to make a tight throw on the outside. You know, I understand when you do that with a running back or a wide receiver, maybe getting the ball going forward, but when you're going out toward the sideline, you're going to either fall down or get tackled. You're not going to be able to get up and get the first down.
Wilkins will return it from the 25. Gardaki standing at the 19. Wobbly kick. Wilkins makes the first man miss, but the second gets to him. Tariq Saleh, 42-yard punt, no return.
We've had success with that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Our company's made huge strides in e-commerce.
No, who hasn't?
We've got web-based order tracking. We can analyze our customer data in all kinds of ways. I mean, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the same with us.
Yeah. So how did you guys integrate your ERP?
Confused about e-business? Don't be. Get the software, services, and partners that make it easier. The business internet starts with Microsoft.
Your money hits the web with Click Credit, invented just for shopping online. New from Citibank. It's credit minus the card. But what's this? Well, hello, hello. Looks like 2% cash back every time you click buy. Give it a whirl at clickcredit.com. Citibank, where money lives.
I'm freezing my off. There's the lodge. I'll make him turn. Wait a minute, the angle's too sharp.
Don't be a wimp. I know what I'm doing.
Nice job. Now we're gonna have to call his parents.
We'll use 1-800-COLLECT. Save him $1 or $2.
1-800-COLLECT. Now you're being logical.
Oh, baby. Aww. Nice cast.
Hi, Mom.
Use your head. 1-800-COLLECT. Save $1 or $2. Or $3.
You haven't seen the future until you see the next 48 hours. Join the CBS Galaxy of Stars on the brink of a new millennium. 48 Hours Thursday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Microsoft. Where do you want to go today? And by 1-800-COLLECT, the easy way to save.
Coming up on the American General postgame show, Jim, Craig, Randy, and Jerry will get you caught up on all the scores and highlights and recap all of today's action in the NFL. That's all coming up on the American General postgame show. Peyton Manning fires it down the sideline, incomplete, intended for Harrison. And Manning has no problems, Brent, throwing the ball to Harrison in double coverage.
No, because Marvin Harris has made plays, and that's what this league is about, adjusting to the ball, making plays. And we talked to Peyton Manning about last year's experience. He had 575 attempts last year, led the league, saw so many different defenses, so many different coverages, studied them all this offseason, and he knows where his receivers are going to be. They spent a lot of time together this offseason. They just got great chemistry together.
He said with those 575 attempts, it was almost like playing 2 seasons. And that's why he's been so productive this year. Speaking of productivity, Ezra James. Look at the lateral movement, his ability to get over the 30-yard line to the 33 and gain 8.
And he gave Ryan McNeil just the quickest little head and shoulders inside. McNeil would have had him for 4 or 5 yard gain. And he gave just a little quick head and shoulders and bounced it back outside for an extra 3 or 4 yards.
So last year, look at the numbers in yellow, 575 attempts. He's got 461, and his yardage almost the same. 26 touchdowns, and the interceptions are down. He is much more efficient this year. Manning, this one bobbled and caught. Marvin Harrison keeps the chains moving, picks up the first down. Lanoy Jones with the tackle.
Marvin Harrison to get another grab. Off the deflection, take him any way you can get him. Peyton Manning going with the 5-step drop. Holland gets his hand on it. Harrison, great concentration. When we were talking about Manning, I think one of the greatest things you can say about Peyton Manning, not only his play on the field, but the type of person he is off the field. He treats everybody with respect. He looks you in the eye, great manners. And they say he treats everybody around the facility the same. The secretaries, the janitors, everybody's just a quality person all the way around.
Everybody's All-America, and Wilkins had it, but got smashed. Whoa, Marlon Forbes crushed him.
Marlon Forbes getting to the ball with Terrence Wilkins right about the same time. Watch Wilkins just looking in, and Marlon Forbes just going right after him. Boom. Leverage right up through the young receiver Wilkins.
4th year out of Penn State. 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line.
You say Penn State, you know they're schooled in fundamentals.
And they will hit you. Manning, double move for Harrison, incomplete.
You know, we've seen him run a lot of that double move this year, be very successful. They gashed Ty Law early in the season from New England, Marvin Harrison, a couple times on that route.
Buffalo, New England tied at 10. Brings up 3rd down and 10 from the 38.
It looks like it's all over for Jacksonville there in Tennessee.
They need to get to the 48 for a first down. Down the middle, incomplete. Now here's a question for you, Brent Jones. Some would say if you have an opportunity to select first overall. Why would you be so concerned with winning a game? What's your response
Well,
to
they're
that?
trying to build some tradition here in Cleveland with the new team and the new stadium. They haven't won a home game. They're excited. They want to go on a positive note into the offseason. Played a very tough game last week versus Jacksonville, becoming a much more competitive team.
Kevin Johnson all the way back to the 6-yard line. And Johnson wrapped up at the 12. Special teams tackle made by 55, Ratcliffe Thomas. 56-yard punt. Tonight on 60 Minutes, if there were no nuclear weapons in the Gulf, how did American soldiers get exposed to radiation during the Gulf War? 60 Minutes tonight, followed by a powerful all-new Touched by an Angel starring Della Reese, then Carol Burnett and John Stamos star in the CBS Sunday movie The Marriage Fool. Tonight on CBS. 6:30 remaining in the fourth quarter.
They forgot to take that kicking ball out of there. Those kicking balls are just for kickers, to switch balls.
One of the new rules in the NFL. First down 10 from the 11. And Abdul-Jabbar up to the 14-yard line. Stopped by Cornelius Bennett.
Chris Palmer calling a solid game today. In fact, last series they went pass, run, pass, and I was a little surprised. They've been running it right down the Colts' throat. So you don't want to get away from your strength. They've been running it right at him. You see Abdul-Jabbar with 86 yards. And he's getting 4 and 5 yards a crack every carry before he's even touched.
Second down. And 8.
All right, okay, baby.
Here's the trap, and it is doesn't fool anybody. Chad Bratsky coming from the backside.
And Chad Bratsky right at the edge of your screen, right here, is going to come in right now. Almost take the handoff from Ty Detmer. Look at the penetration. Goes right inside Irv Smith. The big tight end, Irv Smith's got to step down with his inside foot. He took a false step out. You've got to step down inside. Take away the inside from those defensive ends because they are quick and they'll get by you right now.
Signed as a free agent coming over from the New York Giants. Third down and 11 from the 11-yard line. Handoff. Terry Kirby gets to the 15.
And they're just trying to fool him there with the run. And Ty Detmer's fans are starting to boo. Ty Detmer's saying, hey, hold the boos. We're still winning. That was just a chance to try to catch the Colts off guard. Now on third and long, I'm a proponent of throwing. You know that. But on first and second down, when you're blowing the other team off the line, you got to stick with the run.
This young man is very dangerous. From the 41-yard line. Gardaki punting into the wind. See that bag blowing at him. Standing at the 1.5. High spiraling punt. Wilkins gets away from it, takes an Indianapolis bounce, and is down at the 42. Tuesday on CBS, a medical miracle gave him a new identity. The only catch, he could never tell the family he left behind. This is your chance to see Now and Again on a special day and time. Tuesday at 10 p.m., 9 Central on CBS. And the offensive leaders, the triplets, doing the job, but Peyton Manning, the most illuminating statistic, no touchdown passes today. He's gone 27 straight games with at least one. First down 10 from the 43. Handoff, Edgerrin James looking for daylight, gets over the 45 to the 47-yard line. Bill Duff in on the play.
And how about Edgerrin James? Not a whole lot of yards early, but he just keeps pounding it at you at 216 pounds, and he just continues to amass yards as the game goes on. They wear down defenses, this Colts offensive line does, and it's great to have a rookie running back that gets stronger as the game goes on.
24 carries, 89 yards, 3 touchdowns for the edge. Second and 6 from the 47. Manning underneath, Harrison with the grab. And Marvin Harrison close to the first down.
And actually, Marvin Harrison had the first down, gave it a little shake and bake, came backwards a little bit. I still think he has it by half a yard. But when you have the first down, you've got to just go forward, even if you're going to get tackled. Watch Marvin Harrison run the slant, coming right inside, sitting down. Go forward. He just ducks his head down, lean forward, get that first down. He's trying to make something happen. I still think he has it, though, by about half the length of the ball.
Good eyes, Brent Jones. And another big game for Marvin Harrison. 12 catches, 132 yards from the young man out of Syracuse by way of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
I was watching Mike Vanderjagt, the Colts kicker, in pregame warmups. He was good with the wind behind him from about 55 yards. Got that big leg, 6'5", like swinging that Big Bertha. I don't know if you're a golfer. You're a basketball guy.
First down from the 47. James over the right side, and James goes forward, gets to the 45-yard line. Corey Fuller with the tackle. Vanderjagt warming up. 22 straight, make it 23 straight. A Colts record.
And all the other kickers in the league are 5'9", 5'10". You know, they're swinging that little pitching wedge. Here's a guy 6'5". He's got the driver out, taking big shots at it.
A titanium driver at
There
that.
you go. You do have a little golf knowledge.
I watch Tiger Woods every now and then on CBS. Second down and 7 from the 44. Manning again. Manning steps up, running. Manning dives forward. First down. 2:20 and counting.
Peyton Manning, recognizing that pocket protection was falling apart, got up, gave Stalin Colin a little move, got up and got that first down.
This will take us to the 2-minute warning. Colts will have 2 timeouts left.
It's tough to put your finger on it. That's something that powers some to get anything done. But when somebody's got this kind of drive, you'll know. Just look at their truck. Welcome to Ford Country, land of the Indestructibles and home of the F-Series. When you're built Ford tough, you're out to take on anything. Just bring it on.
January 14th, the director of White Men Can't Jump takes you between the ropes.
You're fighting Vince in Vegas.
In Vegas. Behind the scenes. I'm gonna hit you like and beneath the sheets.
Why are you fighting?
Because they pay us. Woody Harrelson, Antonio Banderas in the story of 2 best friends and their last shot at greatness.
I just don't like you.
Knockout.
I don't like you either.
Play it to the bone. Rated R. Starts Friday, January 14th.
After finishing his worldwide rounds, Santa's getting some well-deserved R&R. He's not thinking about the stuff he forgot. But Radio Shack is. We've got the batteries and accessories you need to make the stuff Santa brought work. So you can be enjoying the rest of the holidays. He sure is. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
If there were no nuclear weapons in the Gulf, how did American soldiers get exposed to radiation during the Gulf War? The answer tonight on 60 Minutes.
28-26, Cleveland leads Indianapolis. Meanwhile, Tennessee throttling Jacksonville 41-14, and the conference net points difference for home field advantage.
Yeah, Colts only 17 points now separating. The Colts looking to get 7 right here. They need to win today.
First down and 10. Here's a slant pattern to Harrison, and he's wrapped up at the 33-yard line. Raymond Jackson with the tackle. Game of about 3 yards. Indianapolis 3 timeouts. 2 timeouts remaining. Cleveland 3 timeouts remaining.
And they're definitely in range of Mike Vanderjagt at this point. It's a long field goal, but he's very capable, especially with that wind behind him.
Manning to the sideline. Nice grab at the 30-yard line. Harrison again stretching out, keeping both feet in bounds.
Marvin Harrison knowing where he is, getting press coverage here, breaking it off. Has to wait for that ball, see him plant that foot and drag the second foot. Plant and drag to make sure the referee knows that you're in. Spectacular job on the big wide receiver. You think that's enough catches? How about 14 grabs? That gets me fired up.
Big play here, 3rd and 4 from the 30. Manning to throw. Manning under pressure, got it away. James, first down at the 19.
And now this is a point where Cleveland's going to have to start using his timeouts because they're going to want to have to get the ball back to have a chance. You don't want to let it rely on Indianapolis Colts kicker here because they're into range now where it's going to be a chip shot pretty soon. And Cleveland's just choosing to let the clock run. And I think they're making a big mistake. I think they start using their timeouts because they're not going to get the ball back.
They have 3 remaining. And now they call a timeout. But precious time elapsing. At least 30 seconds, 35 seconds. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, we didn't talk about that last play. Edgerrin James catching the dump pass out of the backfield. And that's something that's really improved this Indianapolis Colts offense the second half of the season. About week 7, Edgerrin James came on catching the ball in the backfield, had 7 grabs versus the Dallas Cowboys, and he's been catching 5, 6, 7 every week. Now, Edgerrin James is a threat. Running the ball is one thing, but now catching it out of the backfield is another.
He's the second leading receiver behind Marvin Harrison on the team. Came into the game with 55 receptions. He has 3 catches today. Also 25 carries for 91 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And a little 6 or 7 yard catch, but a huge first down and forces Cleveland now to take their timeouts, and they were late taking them anyway. They have both teams with 2 left.
.42 seconds to go. Cleveland trying to hold on for their first home win of the season. This is their last game of the season. They'll have a bye next week. First down from the 20 for the Colts. They stay on the ground. James. Edgerrin James tackled from behind at the 15-yard line. Earl Little.
And now Cleveland's taking their timeouts.
And don't forget, coming up next after football, the Kellogg's Nutri-Grain Bumps and Jumps. That's coming up next. Johnny Mosley and company. Cleveland with 1 timeout remaining. Indianapolis with 2. 33 seconds to go in the ball game.
I'm going to start using their timeouts. I don't know what they were thinking down there, but there was a minute 20-something left, and they could have started taking them. They just let the clock run down, cost themselves 40, 45 seconds. Even if they do get the ball back, it's not going to be with a whole lot of time.
2nd and 6 on the 16. James again. And Edgerrin James gets close to the 10. Needed to get to the 10 for a first down. Now they've blown all of their timeouts. Indianapolis in complete control now.
Yep, because it's only 3rd down. They can actually just run a play, and whether it's a first down or not, they can let the clock run down and bring Vanderjagt in.
And where do you want the clock? How much time, rather, do you want to run off of it before you bring your kicker on?
Well, if it's 4th down, it doesn't matter if you leave yourself time for a bad snap, and it's 3rd down right here, and they're not going to bring him in, so they're going to run another play. So even if they get the first down, I'd let it run down to 3 or 4 seconds, call the timeout, bring Vanderjagt in. And well, if you do get the first down, right here, then you go ahead and call timeout with 10 or 11 seconds with that bad snap possibility, just in case. And Vanderjagt's a guy that's made 23 in a row. That's the last guy you want kicking against you here with no time left.
3rd and 3. Browns jump off sides. Darius Holland, number 33. First one across the line of scrimmage.
Now that's a good trick at this point in the game. Just come screaming off the side of the ball, smack the ball to the center's hands, and point at the offense. But I don't think the officials are going to fall for that one. Hey, but you got to try something, right?
This is true.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, nose guard, the 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Well, so much for that first down situation.
Darius Holland, number 73.
Just taking a gamble, trying to come across, maybe getting somebody from the Colts line to flinch, and maybe the fumble on the exchange or something. And
Terry Kirby, Madre Hill back deep. And this, a short kick. And here we go. They toss it backwards. Kirby, clock is run out. Still running. Loose ball, and finally down and recovered at the 15, and that's the ball game. The Indianapolis Colts come all the way back and defeat the Cleveland Browns 29-28. For Brent Jones, Gus Johnson, let's go to Jim Nantz in New York.
All right, so that's 11 straight wins, Gus, for the Colts.